Earth
What's going on,
very
everybody?
flat.
Hope everybody's doing good out there. It is Wednesday, February 24th, 2021. I'm Brandon, host of Brandon's Show. See, we've got quite a few people in the chat. And let's say hello to start off with Ian Adams. What's up, Ian Adams? Critical YM. The intro is probably the longest on YouTube. No, I've seen longer intros. I've seen some intros that last like 10 minutes. But I got you. Natural Law Abider, Dan Morris, Flat for Life, Bill G, Almost Unbelievable, What Up Ranty, Neil the One, David Reed, Tay-Boo. Tay-Boo, I did get your email. I didn't respond, but we have to remember to mention that. Anthony Burrows, Rude Earther, what's up, Rude? Enigma, page 42. I should have stuck the cat in there. I'll try to remember that last time. Hello, everybody. Sound is good. Awesome. Thank you very much, Bill. Cool. So what do we got going on tonight? Well, if you saw the community post, we'll probably get to talking about why they would use plastic zip ties on how much does that little remote control car cost? Billions dollars thing that they're sending millions of miles through space. I don't know. Seems kind of curious to me. So we can look at that. And I think Travis, we didn't get to his presentation last night. So we'll give him an opportunity to present his stuff, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Streamlabs. If you want to support the show, you can do it through Streamlabs, and I will put the link in the chat and pin it to the top of the chat as always. There it is. Pretty easy. Go to the webpage and it walks you through it. All support is appreciated. And then also, we are still signing people up for Crypto Tab, which is this little website. It uses your CPU to mine Bitcoin. So if you are interested in trying that out, I think one person has tried it out. You can do so here at this link, and that helps the channel as well. So anyway, if you really want to support the channel, come on in to the show. Show us some research you did. Show us or tell us a idea for an experiment that you have. We are desperately searching a very fruitless search for curvature. Supposedly, we live on a giant ball, so we are looking for evidence of that, and so far have been unable to find the slightest trace of this mythological curvature. So if you've seen it, if you have a picture of this curvature, a measurement would be fantastic. Let us know. Or if you want to tell us about something else, come on in. Everybody's welcome. Discord link is in the description for each video. And just click on that and come on into the show channel. You'll see it on the left-hand side. All right, we got a few people in Discord. So without further delay, let's go see what's going on over there.
If I were a Christian flat earther, I'd come in here and have a heyday. Well, the Bible says the earth is flat. The Bible's a flat earth book. But, I don't believe that, so I can't even do that. But MC Tune's in here, and he jumped in my thread. He was hospitable. He wasn't hostile or anything, but he's like, yeah, Travis and I have had a few debates. Here's one of them. And of course, he chose the one where I lost my shit.
And that never happens, does it?
Yeah, and so I posted another one. I posted our first debate, which was on modern day debate, and I said, I think this one's a little more even-keeled if anybody's interested, just to have a balance of display here, good cop, bad cop kind of a thing.
What's up, guys? We're live. How's it going?
On the internet who are prepared. Hello?
Yo.
People on the internet. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How are you?
Yes, good, mate. Good.
Hey, what a shit show after the show last night, huh? In here?
Oh, that's what Jeremy said.
It's fucking impossible. What is wrong with these people?
Yeah, Jeremy just had no control whatsoever. I'd just take away all of his rights, Brandon, and give it to someone who's got a bigger whip, I reckon.
Okay. All right. Let me demod him right now.
Shout out to Jeremy. Love you, buddy.
I think it was just the mix of people, all cool people, but it was just that particular mix of people who were in here who just made it impossible to get in a word edgewise. It was like 3 people talking over each other constantly. But anyway, no big deal. It happens. Everybody was having fun. Let me just shout out who we've got in here. F. Evangelist, Hank Hill, Helvetica Bold, Travis, Timbo, and Science Proves Things. Jeremy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
What's going on, guys?
Last word already?
Huh?
Last word already?
Yeah, final thoughts, Jimbo.
Final thoughts. That's it. Good show today, bud. Enjoyed it.
All right, it was a good show.
Short but sweet.
I think we covered a lot of ground.
90% of it was the intro, but that's okay. It was still pretty good. Yeah, so did any of you guys happen to see the community post that Ranty actually put it out, but that the channel put out today?
Who?
What happened?
We put out a community post on YouTube.
What did it say?
Well, I will show it to you. I'll share my screen. I think I was sharing, and now I just stopped sharing to reshare, but that's okay. I'm sharing my screen in Discord, and it has to do with the Mars remote control car that just supposedly landed.
Yeah, held together with zip ties.
Yeah! Isn't that curious? Why would they be using plastic zip ties on this thing?
And another thing as well that somebody pointed out was that it gets its power from solar. And then
Plastic's okay on Mars. There's no ozone, so it won't eat rubber or plastic. So
but it gets its power from the solar panels and changes it to fluid. What do you call it? Hydro power to work as a machine. So that's not very efficient, is it? It should go straight from electric to motor.
As long as it goes chugga chugga chugga, and you know.
So it's this thing's like.
You really zip tie?
Steam powered? Is that what you're saying, Mark? This thing's like steam powered?
It's converting solar into hydraulic to mechanical when it should be solar into mechanical.
Gotcha.
I like the brown tape. I think that brown tape is used for packages and stuff in warehouses.
That's special NASA brown tape. Yep.
Why would you ever zip tie something? Wouldn't you weld it or something? Like I don't believe they would use zip ties. That's ridiculous.
Maybe add zip ties onto the list of things NASA invented. You know, like Velcro and Teflon. Maybe zip ties is in there as well.
That is, you are spreading false,
because you're charging billions.
False truths there. False truths? Misinformation there, sir. NASA didn't invent either of those
How
things.
dare you, sir? How dare you?
Nor did they invent Tang, just to remind everyone. Tang was not invented by NASA. We're trying to come up with something they invented, but we haven't had any luck so far.
They didn't even
invent space.
Lying, you know. If they could have at least, you know, claimed inventing lying, that'd be something, but they can't even claim that.
No, they did perfect it, though.
They invented space. Somebody said it.
I don't even think they did that. They just stole people's stories, like Arthur C. Clarke and other science fiction writers.
Oh, that's true. I remember that episode you did.
Yeah.
I forgot that episode you did, or that show we did that one day about that.
Right. But yeah, I mean, you can clearly see.
I love how. Just getting back on point. I love how, like you said, or Mark said, we've got something that converts solar to hydraulic to steam to electric to nuclear. You know, all in a rover that weighs 15 kilos and travels a trillion miles. But yet, after 100 years here on Earth of God knows how many people working on it, we haven't got a car that can do more than 30 miles to the gallon. You know, there's just no logical continuance in their story versus the reality that we live in. There's a huge vacuum in the middle with just about every aspect of what they seem to achieve and yet what we can never achieve, if that makes sense.
No, it does. There's a disconnect. I agree.
I've always said the personal life support system on the Apollo mission, those must have been some real good fucking battery technology right there.
Oh, I've seen a breakdown of that whole battery thing. Yeah, that's very suspicious for sure. Those are some
Those are
amazing
better than
batteries.
Yeah, we don't even have batteries that good today.
It's just so many stories you have to believe. But you know,
They're called,
why would they use these
the,
zip tie? Why would they use back to this for just a second? Why wouldn't they
They're-
use
they're
something more permanent that doesn't just clasp on? Like why would they use like a metal clasp or
They're trying to save our
They
money.
had parts, they
Yeah,
had
that's
parts
it.
left
They're trying
over
to save
from
more
the
money.
Jeep
They
that
took-
they pulled apart for the lunar lander, so they just threw it in this. They still have parts from way back in the 60s.
There
They can
was
pull them out
there
and
was
use
this
them today.
there was this special on zip ties at Home Depot that week, so they just went and grabbed a whole bunch of them.
okay. Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes
seriously, you think they'd use a metal clasp and then weld it or something? Like you wouldn't leave anything to chance with a zip tie. I don't know. That's crazy. What's the temperature on the surface of Mars? Isn't it like freezing below 60 or something?
sense. We looked it up yesterday. Let me bring it back up. I think it was like 200 Fahrenheit to temperature. I just Googled temperature. I didn't put Mars or anything. Temperature on Mars. Here we go. It gets down
Like
to
the daytime, nighttime. Yeah.
now. I don't know where they are on the planet. I haven't looked that up, but it does get down to 195 degrees Fahrenheit at the pole, negative 195 degrees Fahrenheit, and 70 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. So it's not that hot.
It doesn't have the daytime, nighttime fluctuation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything in here. Does anybody know?
Plastic zip ties would get quite brittle in that temperature, wouldn't they?
I would think so.
I mean,
yeah.
just the fluctuation from daytime to nighttime. Planetary bodies usually have a huge fluctuation. So I would expect it to be extremely cold during the night, and then it should get wildly hot during the day.
Right.
How are they giving us polar and equatorial weather and seasonal weather on a planet? Have we been there everywhere for a whole year to know these things and measure it, or is this just more maths on paper?
I'm gonna guess that it has to do with math. Well, I guess they could always say that the previous rover collected that data and maybe they extrapolated it for the poles or some shit. Who knows? I'm sure they got a story. A plausible
what did they
story.
say? Rovers on the poles?
I don't know where the rovers
They said there's-
landed, supposedly. Let me look it up.
Just everyone keep in mind, in the meantime, this is all happening in a second law of thermodynamics violation.
Mars rover. Was that the first one? Is that what the first one was called? Mars rover?
You got imagination barriers, probably.
Let's see if it shows me where this little remote control car landed. Mars landing locations. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that they've sent so much shit to Mars. You guys see this?
No. I'm interested in right now, what is the temperature fluctuation from day to night time of where this current rover is, because a zip tie is not going to be able to handle a massive temperature fluctuation nonstop day after day.
Oh, fuck. I don't know,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'd have to search for that. That's probably be a little more in-depth search, but here's the climate of Mars. That's a fake pic. That ain't real. Come on, man. That's a fucking painting or CGI, right? Mars as seen by Rosetta in 2007. True color image of Mars taken by OSIRIS instrument on the ESA Rosetta spacecraft during a flyby. I don't know, man. Look at that. You guys think that's a real pic there?
No, because Rosetta didn't actually land on an asteroid. They're stupid.
Look at that thing. I mean, that just screams CGI to me.
Doesn't even look like they colored the whole thing in.
Supposedly it has polar caps. You see that? There's like snow on the bottom and shit. So
No, but they missed a little bit on the right hand side.
what, over here?
Over on the right there, it looks like they missed a little bit of color and they fucked up. Yeah, right there.
This looks like a fucking painting, dude. Look at this, how these smudges are.
Yeah, there's a thing called hyper realistic painters, and they can paint a painting that you cannot tell if it's a photograph or a painting. They're that good.
Well, this doesn't even look hyper realistic to me. This just straight up looks like painting, period. You guys probably can't see it in good definition in Discord. I'll put the link in there, but it is pretty clearly a not a real picture. I mean, they're saying it's true color, so it should look real, right? Well, let me put it this way: it doesn't look like anything real that I've seen a picture of before. It looks like all of the paintings and drawings that I've seen before.
Well, I mean, you can be rest assured that if it looks fake, that's how you know it's real. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. Oops.
Yeah, you don't understand. Do I need to change my name back?
No, I'll remember from now on. I don't know, guys. You think there's a legitimate explanation for why they'd use zip ties on this thing? Plastic zip ties?
Is it near the
No.
equator? Is it near the equator?
Let me see if I can find that again.
A summer day on Mars may get up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit near the equator, but at night the temperature can plummet to about minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You think a zip tie can handle something like that?
It's on the equator.
Well, there's your
close to it.
temperature, 70 degrees. Yep. A summer day. Well, is it summer there or?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I don't know the seasons on Mars. Actually, it's a little north of the equator. It's
So
at,
you
like,
don't understand.
No, I don't. I'm not brushed up on all of my Mars knowledge.
If the Earth is flat, how do you explain seasons on Mars, bro? Come on.
Oh shit! Yeah, you got me, man.
It's over. Shut it down.
This is at 30 degrees. They're at 30 degrees north, so it's a little off the equator. But what did you say the temperature swings were?
A summer day on Mars may get up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit near the equator, but at night the temperature can plummet to about minus 100 degrees.
Holy
So
shit!
that's a pretty big fucking, yeah. That's no joke. I don't know if a zip tie can, I'm not a fucking materials expert or nothing, but it doesn't sound like zip ties are going to last too good there.
Yeah, I'm thinking plastic zip tie wouldn't be the best choice in that case. I don't know why they'd use that.
How about all that camera equipment, CCDs, all that kind of stuff that's up there? Temperature sensitive material. Really. Hundreds of degrees of differences in temperature every day, and it survives it?
Yeah, it's legit.
Yeah.
It checks out.
That's what they say. Now, I would use zip ties if it was something, that I thought I might have to replace, or I thought I was going to be taking the cable off and putting it back on. It'd be pretty easy. Just
Yeah, but there ain't no one there to take it off and put it back on.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't no one gonna go do some maintenance on the Mars rover. Like,
can this thing service itself? Can it put another zip tie on itself? I don't know. Anyway, so maybe somebody will have a good explanation for why they would use zip ties, but plastic zip ties at that. So Travis, last night we didn't get around to talking about your video. Do you want to talk about it tonight? Are you able to?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, sure. That'd be fine with me. You still have the link? 'Cause I put it in the put it in the Discord because I thought it would be easier for you to mess with it. There is volume and sound, so I don't think unless you've figured out how to have sound on Discord, everybody's gonna have to watch it on YouTube's.
Yeah, it'd probably be better if you shared the actual video. That way everybody can hear the sound and stuff. I can do it from my phone, but we'll get
So if I share the video from my end, you guys will hear the audio.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Why does the audio work for a guest but not the host?
Because of the way that I route my audio. There's just no option. I route my audio through some tool into Discord, and it won't pick up my desktop sound and route it into Discord as well. I haven't figured out how to do it.
All right, I think I just simply uploaded it straight to YouTube. So let me
Oh, I've got the link. You want me to? Oh no, it's in the Discord thing.
Oh yeah, because I guess it's in ours. Sorry about this wasted time figuring this out. Okay, so I'm going to go over here to you. I'm just wondering if I should just play it, or I guess I would just do that. Talking out loud to myself.
No problem.
All right, gonna do full screen.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back over to you guys and share my screen.
Okay.
So basically, this is from Pablo's dog, and you were my first introduction to Pablo. So I subscribed to him the first time that you shared his, and every time he goes live, or not, every time he uploads a video, I jump on it and give him a thumbs up and make a comment. And so I've shared. You got my screen pulled up?
Got it. Yep. I think we're all set for the audience. Yep.
Okay, so I'm just introducing basically the channel right here while the video plays. And so he put this video out, and I play, I think, maybe about a minute of it as he walks through what he shoots. He really puts out short videos. He doesn't really make any strong declarations, although he is flat Earth. And so I thought that there were some interesting things to talk about in this one, and I changed the levels on his video so that I think the mirage and the details need to be seen a little bit more clear. So I changed the levels. All right, so I've got the volume up, and I'm gonna push play. Okay, ready?
Sounds good. And I'll get the channel link out to everybody here shortly. Oh, is there music right now?
There is his narration.
Oh, okay.
So it's just him talking. And, I've got it up full volume on my player.
Yeah, you do. Yep, it's not coming through for some reason from you either.
Okay, well, I mean, ultimately, it's not that big of a deal because I'll just play it and walk through it. Okay, so he basically just starts out here. He's shooting from the parking lot at Santa Barbara State University. I don't know if he teaches there or whatever, but a lot of his filming is from the same location. So what I want to do right now is I'll just back up since he's not talking. Okay. So what you see up here is a very blurry line. Okay. And as he pans to the right, just keep your eye in that area, and you'll see this line stay in that area the whole time. Now, he doesn't notice the cars that are up here moving along the highway until the very end of this shot, where it's like a minute into this shot. And then he says, oh, look, you can see the cars there. But if you look right, I mean, I noticed them right away, but that's just because I was looking for stuff. So just keep your eye right here. You can see that line stay right there, stays right there. Okay. He zooms in. These are the conditions. He's not a bad photographer. These are the conditions that he's shooting. You cannot undo this image. Okay, so now you can see this car going along right here.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not out of focus. That's what you've gotten a lot of bullshit comments like that, right? Where they say, why can't you focus your camera?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, and if anybody says that to you as a photographer when you're dealing with these things with mirages, that's a troll. Okay? They have nothing to contribute. They have absolute 100% ignorance of the environment in which you are operating. So just a word for anybody out there, if you're going to go into this field and start presenting your images, if you come across somebody who says something like, why can't you focus? Cut that person off. Don't even engage. They are not there to help your cause, or even as someone who doesn't necessarily believe you, they're not there to learn at all whatsoever. So the place where I stopped it, again, because he only shot for like a minute and 30 seconds, right at the very end, he says that this image here at the top is projected up from the bottom. Okay, so what that means in his mind is that the physical reality of this image up here, the physical reality is down here. Okay, and I walk through the rest of this video that I've got. It's almost 15 minutes, and I don't know that I'm going to belabor it that much. I'll just maybe zip through and just point out some things. But that is, I believe, the default mode. I'm going to back up a couple of frames. That's the default mode for most people, including scientists in this field. I'm going to try to, hold on. I'm going to try to find out where it goes farther along. What's my, okay, I'm all the way up there. All right, I don't know where I'm at on this. Okay, anyway, the reason why it's the default mode is because when you're looking into the distance and you aren't thinking along these lines, when you get to the limit of the water, you think that's where the water ends. So that's what Pablo did. He just simply thought this is where the water ends, and he knows that the 101 is on the coast. So of course he's going to think that the 101 is down here. Okay.
Oh, I
The
see.
problem
I
is-
see. So he thought the highway was down there close to where that apparent water horizon is.
Correct. And if you look up here, you actually see the image of the cars down here. Okay. But that would make this a superior mirage. Okay.
Gotcha.
Just for because if you have an image above the physical, then that's superior. If you have an inferior mirage, then this would have been down here below this. Okay. So I'm just trying to outline the fact that, again, anyone looking at this, and this is what I said the other night, and I'm going to say it again. They simply made these observations out at sea, saw the limit of the water, and assumed that that's the edge of the globe. And then they built their entire interpretation of every single refraction phenomenon around the fact that when you see the water end, that's because that's curve. Okay? So what I now go through in the video is I point out that up here in this, I can't remember what he called this, the Santa Barbara, what's it? But this physical landscape does not change. And you'll notice that right here is right where the image of the freeway is. So what that means is that we should never see the water up here. Okay?
Okay.
If the reality is that this is where the 101 is on the coast, then we should never see the water up here at this level. So let me skip forward. I should probably just do this on my own file because it'll be faster, but whatever. Okay, so what I did now in this is I went and took 4 of his videos because he shoots the same location, right? He shoots the same location. So in this video here, this is the same shot that we were just looking at, but in the actual capture. This is not, I didn't miss with the levels. This is what his levels show. So this is what he sees through his camera, okay? So then I'm just basically walking through the same thing I just explained to you there. Just trying to slide through. Okay, so here's the next image. Now, what's unfortunate about this, and I made comment in the video too, if Pablo ever sees it, is I would like to see him do still shots of this at the same focus so that we can have something to compare to. But you'll notice that right here is where we saw the freeway, and right here we have water going all the way up to that spot. All the way up to that spot.
Yep.
Okay? So what that means is this, I'm going to go all the way back to the better shot. Okay? What that means is that this is an inferior mirage, okay? The physical is up here being miraged down. And in one of Andrew Thomas Young's papers, and I've done this on my video already, Andrew Thomas Young says that the limit of the mirage creates the horizon. Okay? So the mirage is coming down. This is not land. This is not land. This is not land. Okay? The land is up here. If we had the correct angle at this inferior mirage, this part of the land right here, we would see down here. Okay? If we were at the right angle for this.
What
but
angle
my point
would that
is
be? Like
that
a higher altitude? You think we'd see that, or?
I don't know because I've never been able to do it. But yeah, that would be something you just do that yourself when you have an opportunity with the road in front of you. You stand up and you lower. You see the extension of the image, right?
Okay.
You see more of the image. So yeah, I think conceptually I would agree with you. Yes. Anyway, my point is that here we see the freeway, and down here we see the limit of the water. So now when we come back over here to this, the limit of the water in the first image was down here. Okay.
Is from the same location he's at in this one too?
Same. Yep.
Okay.
Same location. Yep. It's just a different focal length because he's shooting video.
Gotcha.
And I could zoom in on this, but then you would lose the resolution. So I just kept it the way it is.
Sure.
But anyway, so right here, this doesn't move. Right here is where the 101 is. And you can't see the 101 here. You will not see the cars going by the way you did in the other one, which means that there was magnification in the other one. Because you could clearly see it like it was a box truck. Right?
Right.
All right. So I'm just going to jump through this real quick.
That highway, the 101, is right at sea level or what? Or close?
Yeah, it's all. I mean, it's going to be, like I don't know, like a quarter mile offshore, maybe.
Yeah.
But at times it's right up on the shore, so it just zigzags back and forth, depending on how they want to degrade the highway.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sure. But what is the the level, the altitude of the freeway in comparison to the water?
It depends. It depends. There is well, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to check each place. You'd have to check each place.
Okay.
Because yeah.
Not that important. I was just curious if you knew.
Sure. So then in this video here, we've got the same marker right here, and we have the ocean going all the way farther back and up, and then you've got the freeway where it exists, right there. But my point is that in the video that we looked at before, the water stopped down here.
That's a pretty damn big difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he says from the parking lot where he shoots down to this area, he says it's 25 miles.
That's 25 miles? Holy shit.
From him to the shoreline all the way over here.
Where the 101 is. That's 25 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He says that in every single video. He tells you all the landscape. Guy knows everything he's looking at.
Well, that should be like, then if that 101 is close to sea level, that should be like behind, well, I guess it depends on what altitude he's at, but.
Yeah, I don't know how high he is. I don't think he's ever given his elevation, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's besides the point, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, curvature right now is nothing to me. I don't care about the curvature conversation in this. We want to understand why we're seeing more water here than we did when we saw that his latest video, which put the limit of the water down here.
Sure.
Now I think the next one has something similar here. Okay, so this is a different video, but it has the same result as the previous one. And that is that, I don't know what am I doing with my hand right there. That is that here is the limit of the water again, where when we saw before, this is where the water ended on the second frame that I put in this panel. Okay. Now, what separates this image from the one before, the first one that we looked at, is we don't have enough clarity here to see another instance of the mirage where we can watch cars going across the top here. Okay.
Right. The limit of our vision is before that due to the atmospheric, right? The turbidity.
But yeah. But what I'm going to suggest is that because we have the limit of the water again down here, is that there is an inferior mirage here, and we just can't distinguish it. Now, in this instance, because this isn't my footage, it would be difficult for me to back that up. But I can show you footage that I've shot where this looks, if this was another image that I had and I showed it to you, it would look like this was land. You know, you would say, oh, that's just land. That's just land. But I could then break down the video to you and show you. I mean, it would take a long time because this kind of stuff doesn't just click, right? I mean, I've had 3 years of looking at this. So my point is that I feel my educated interpretation is that the lack of clarity due to the conditions of the medium here aren't showing us the same kind of inferior mirage that I believe is there. But if you shared the link, you know, people can watch this. Like I said, it's a 15-minute video. I think that there's one more, unless that was the last one.
Yeah, I'll definitely share it. Go ahead. Well, so what conclusions do you draw
I'll just
from
let
this?
play.
Or what did you learn from this particular video?
I don't know that I've learned anything new, other than the fact that someone else has captured something that I think is helpful to the discussion. The point that I would like to argue again is that if no one has ever thought of this, it might be a default assumption that when you're looking at a mirage, you're looking at a 90 degree vertical image. Okay, so we're looking at this video that he's putting out right now, and the activity in the air is I had this activity today here in on the Chesapeake Bay. But I can guarantee you that my temperature profile is not his, okay? But we've got the same activity in the air. But if we look at this image right here, okay, this image is clearly a refraction phenomenon, okay? Absolutely, because if you've got these cars going across the top and then you see something down here, you're like, oh, that's clearly some kind of refraction phenomenon going on. What's going on? Gee, I don't know. But let's say, for instance, let's see if I can find something. I mean, just right here, whatever this is right here, it's getting distorted. Okay, it's getting stretched and displaced.
Yeah.
So the question becomes, where does that begin? Like, if you were going to draw this orthographically, how would you draw it? And it's my opinion that most people just think of this image that it's just a 90-degree image, just like this one right here, right? You're just looking at something going straight up. But that's not a mirage, okay? This is a mirage. So again, wherever this line is on the water, if we could put a boat right there and then watch that boat sail into the distance, that boat is not going to be going vertical. It's going to be going along the x-axis. And that boat is not going to disappear all of a sudden like it passed through a force field that's 90 like a 90-degree refractive phenomenon wall. Okay, that we have never seen a boat do that. Every boat that Wide Awake shoots, every boat that I've shot, every boat that Ranty shoots, when it goes into the distance, into the band, it goes along the laws of perspective up and farther away, and then just gets distorted like a little blur. Okay, so because this is distance, this mirage cannot be at a 90-degree angle. It is in the air, and this is just like looking at a road, and this reflection is at an angle of degree.
Right.
And if you stand up, it shortens, and if you lower, it gets bigger. That tells us that it's along the x-axis that we're looking at. Basically, that's the video.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. It's nice to see somebody else out there taking video, doing observations.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's great. Got quite a few people who are pretty dedicated to getting out there and capturing stuff. I think you guys are doing some great work for sure. And he's like a surfer too, right? If I remember correctly, posts on a bunch of surfing boards and stuff.
I haven't watched those yet, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I think maybe I have seen. I think maybe I did see one, but I just thought he was filming surfers on the water.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that to me the previous time.
Okay.
But very cool. Thank you, Travis. Much appreciated. And trying to work out here my screen. But so when you say that it's along the x-axis, I think we've talked about
the
this
Earth
before.
is
the mirage.
very flat.
You think it slopes up and away from the viewer? Like it starts off really tiny, and then the further you get away, the higher off of the physical ground that mirage would cover. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't have enough observational and I guess I don't even know what the word. It's not experimental, but in order to do that, we would have to get people out on the water. We would have to get people out there, and they would have to get into the band where I see the band starting, and then we would have to have someone looking at them at a 90-degree angle from me so that they can see where that person is, right? So this is how, in my opinion, how just wonderful this phenomenon is. I remember last year when I went to California, and the minute that I was on the 101 and I got up into Ventura and I could see the water, I knew that I was going to see shit that I had never seen before. I knew it. Absolutely knew it. But what happened was 20 minutes before that, I was at like a 300-foot elevation, and I shot the Channel Islands. And I saw what I would consider the conditions for looming. Okay, so it's going to be very active, it's going to be very dynamic, and you're going to see farther than normal. Okay, but when I got down to the ocean level, I saw a superior mirage. Okay, so the same conditions from two different perspectives produced two different refractive phenomena. So if I'm on the beach and I'm shooting out a mile, 5 miles away, and the mirage starts 3 miles away, and you put a boat on that mirage and then have him sail into the mirage, and you watch him get all twisted and morphed and this, that, or the other, but you've got someone else out at a 90-degree angle, they're just going to see him sailing over the water. They're not going to see him enter into a mirage.
Right.
That's my prediction.
No, I would agree. That would be my prediction as well. They're not far enough for that mirage to materialize,
well, it depends,
right?
Yeah, right, sure. Well, it depends, right? So then we're going to have to. So let's say somebody says, "Well, I think that they will." So well, then we got to get somebody out at 10 miles. But I can't. There's no way I can do that on my own. This is a complete. Guys, listen. This is, in my opinion, this is a field wide open for rediscovery. Wide open.
Is there somebody who took the mantle from Andrew Thomas Young and it researches this stuff, or is he the last one to really get into it in depth?
He's still alive. He's still alive, but he tells me that he's rather elderly, because when I tried to meet up with him last year, right at the beginning of COVID, he said, he wouldn't meet me unless I was 6 feet away and without a mask. And I said, I'm not doing that, even though you're Andrew Thomas Young. But he was, concerned for his health because he was older, but he didn't tell me how old he was. But I don't know. I'm trying to look at stuff. It's a long research. I got some good articles from Gleam today. I'm reading stuff that Andrew Thomas Young is putting out. I'm looking up citations that he's putting out. It's like no one's asking the questions that we are. Okay. They're all looking at this one paper from the Air Force today, did some observations, I think over, I can't remember if it was a week or a month, but they took these observations of a hospital, I think a couple of times a day, but then over a period of a week or a month, a long time. So they had these contrasting images. So then they talked about how the hospital was at some points lower and some points higher and this, that, and the other. And they were talking about it and describing it. And even as I'm reading this article, right? Okay, so if I'm doing research and they say, this is the temperature profile, blah, 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 blah. They don't give a citation. They don't give any footnotes. So how the Smurf do I know how they know that? Right? How can I look up your science? You didn't give me a footnote. So you just expect me to believe that you're negative 27 times negative 10 to the 3, like whatever the hell that means. Like, what does that even mean? Right? Anyway, so it's just massive. The research is massive, but they're not going to be asking these questions that we are.
Right.
So in my opinion, that's another way of saying this research needs to be done from our perspective.
Yeah, I agree.
Because no one's asking.
If everyone clicks Brandon's crypto tab link, we'll all be wealthy enough to go help you out with this.
I'm sharing.
I might just do that.
It doesn't hurt. I've got it running in the background. It doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
The referrals, you ain't gonna make a lot if you do it on your own, but if you can get referrals, you can make a lot of fucking money with this. This shit's no joke.
Jeremy's all about it for sure.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to flat earth full time. Plus, I don't have the best job in the world. I'd rather be home with my family or flat earthing or something. If I could do this full time, we'd fucking kill it.
It's too bad we don't have a wealthy benefactor to fund some of your research.
There's got to be. I know there's got to be somebody out there. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Someone with just too much money to.
Or not even somebody who's a benefactor. Somebody who is on the inside. Okay, listen. If anybody's out there and you're in the academic field, you don't have to come out of the closet and say that you're a flat earther. All you have to do is, I suppose, listen to what we're saying, understand that there are questions, right? Okay, so let me put it to you this way. I can't remember if one of my theses that I put out yesterday is this or not. Okay, if a mirage is not a vertical image, that is, it is not 90 degrees up and down. If it is not a vertical image, then that means it is extensive along the x-axis from its beginning to its termination, which therefore implies that it is obscuring or occulting or whatever the freak word you want to use, blocking lateral, horizontal, physical distance. Okay? That's got nothing about flat Earth in it. But if no one in the scientific field has ever postulated that would be, in my mind, an amazing study. Amazing.
Yeah, I was.
And if there is a wealthy benefit, oh my bad, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna go along with what you were saying, Travis, and it just confirm how I understand it and make sure I know what you're talking about. I'm sharing my screen right now. Can you see it?
Let me get there. I was just downloading the crypto thingamajiggy.
Oh, cool.
Did you use his link? There you go. Nice.
Yeah, I did. I used the link that you put in the chat. Is that it?
That's his link. I was posting your link earlier in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see your.
brother.
I can see your screen.
Okay, so this is our observer, and we're looking at an orthographic view here, looking over a distance at a boat. Here's the water.
Right.
Here's the.
Let me stop you real quick and ask you.
Okay.
Can you cut and paste that sailboat and then lay it down and then stretch it out across the field to the left?
Yeah, I think so. Oops. Like,
Try to like drag the left corner down or something and just tweak it. I don't know if it'll let you do that or not. You've got to almost have like a 360-degree swivel.
no, it'll let me stretch it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That'll be more conceptual. Yep. Okay, good. Yep.
All right, so you're looking at the boat. This red line here is like the conditions for the inferior mirage. So you would see
Yep.
the inferior mirage here, and as it moved away from you, it would cover more and more altitude. So if the boat came over here, when it was just starting to go into the mirage, you'd see a little less of it. Further away, you'd see less and less and less.
Yep.
And then you'd see that doubling more and more and more as it got away from you. So here you'd see a little doubling, and it would increase as you got out here.
Yep.
But this would, of course, this would just look like an upside down boat to you, right? It wouldn't look sideways like that, but you would see it like this upside down.
Well, I mean, I could pull up a video right now and show you, footage of this very same thing, so that you can almost see it and then think about it. Give me a second to pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead while you're pulling that up.
But yeah, go ahead and keep messing around with what you're talking and talk through it with somebody else if you want to. But yeah, this is the concept that we have to get out there.
No, that was all I wanted. I just wanted to make sure I had a good understanding of it. C4 sent a super chat, $5. Thanks, C4. Jeremy, might I suggest school full-time over full-time flat earther? Just a thought. LOL. Hope everyone is safe and well. Same to you, C4. Thank you very much.
First of all, I'm in a school full time, and C4, go download Brandon's crypto tab link. Thank you. Anyone? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
No, I was gonna say, anyone that leaves a computer on, you might as well do it because it'll make you a few bucks in crypto, and it helps the show. So that's all.
There we go. Okay. So no school for you, Jeremy?
I'm in school full time. I'm cleaning it, but nonetheless, I'm here.
Yeah, and you work in the math department too, right?
Math, social studies department. Yep.
Yeah. So what are you talking about?
I told you.
C4?
The teachers have heard me debating the guys over at GEMS. Like, they can hear my end of the conversation, and I've had the teachers agree with me. Like, you're right. You can't do that. You're right.
You're teaching the teachers.
Oh, and then I went in the science department one day, and I was about to debate the earth science teacher on Coriolis. I asked him, he said he teaches it all the time to kids. So I started questioning him on the reference frames, and he didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, yeah, the inertial, non-inertial reference frame. He's like, oh, that sounds interesting. And he started he's like, I'm gonna write that down and look into it.
What?
Yeah, they don't even know what they're teaching. That's why when people say, oh, there'd have to be millions and billions of people in on it, like, yo, the teachers, they're not in on it. They don't even know what they're teaching.
That is amazing that he didn't even know.
I never told you that before?
No, that blows my mind.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago. Yeah.
Well, at this point, you could probably teach a class and about the heliocentric model. If there's anything that we learn too much about, yeah, teach on both. Right? Yeah, I gotcha. Huh? Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah, but don't tell them that. Just tell them it's going to be called the heliocentric model, and then when the kids get in there, you let them know this class is about the heliocentric model and how it's all bullcrap.
Yeah, right.
That'd be awesome. But seriously, though, Jeremy's
What
like,
if we did just teach the model? Like, what if we just went out and honestly represented the model with the current size and the consensus view, the current rhetoric? Like, wouldn't that be a move for the flat Earth? Just to teach them?
No, to push another model, round or flat, is no good. We don't live on models, and none of them represent reality. No. Another pizza
But then
pie.
if you flat Earther come back and talk
so.
about it.
I see what you're saying, Hank. Go teach them the ridiculousness of the heliocentric model, and that would help us.
Yeah, I'm just saying, real quick, give them a 2-minute, this is what they're claiming is going on. Start it out like that. And then
hit him with Miggy's 3 points.
The back end of the video, hit him with, the 3 points.
I think that's an interesting approach, because most people, I know don't know all the specifics about the sun being 92 million miles away and all that shit, right? 66,000 miles an hour around the sun, and all the different vectors that we're moving in and all that shit. People don't even know the Earth is supposed to be spinning at the equator at 1,000 miles an hour.
I tell my coworkers all the time. I'm like, yo, you guys have to believe we're moving at over 1 million miles an hour right now. They're like, no way, that's bullshit. I'm like, you have to believe that. That comes with your model.
Have you converted any of your coworkers, Jeremy?
Not yet. I got them thinking though, but not yet.
Yeah.
Or we could lead all the videos, and this is just an idea, right? I'm not a video maker, so this is up to you guys. Lead all the videos with straight facts about the sun, and then do Mercury, and then do Venus, and do just nothing but straight facts, directly linked to NASA, and then go through each one and explain why it doesn't make sense. The further you get away from the surface of the sun, the hotter it gets. It's like saying the further you get away from the campfire, the hotter it gets. And
yeah, that's one of the silliest things.
The video. Just show people how it's blatantly wrong, each and every one.
And don't even mention
flat Earth. I like that idea.
Like a coin video. Globe coins.
Yeah, you don't even have to mention flat Earth. You just let them make those connections. You lead them there.
My bad, Travis. I was gonna say, if you don't mention flat Earth at all, the YouTube might pump it. mean, like promote it, like make it look like a
Yeah, especially if
heliocentric
someone
thing.
like watches like the first few minutes and they're like, "Oh, this is straight globe." Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
My
that
bad,
idea.
Travis. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say,
It wasn't
Travis?
anything. It wasn't anything significant. It's just giving them enough information for them to go, wait a minute, what about ...
That's a good idea, Hank. Look at the big brain on Hank.
Yeah.
No, man, I just got ideas.
You guys are reminding me of Math Powerland when he does his photo or art thing, because he doesn't mention at all like flat Earth or whatever, but he just highlights the
Yeah.
of it all. It's just
Well, look at
satire.
how successful Tommy Davidson. Wasn't that his name? The guy who did the Scientism Exposed documentary. He doesn't mention flat Earth like once, and that'll wake some Christians up. Like you show some religious people, Muslims, Jews, fill in the blank. Like you show them that, it's like, oh man, this is like a really captivating video.
Well, I like the approach because people like to think of things themselves. Like if you led them down the path and just gave them, the ridiculousness of the heliocentric model and pointed out the flaws, and they thought, you know what, maybe flat Earth isn't so crazy after all, and they come up with that idea themselves, suggest it to themselves, I think they're more likely not to get all defensive.
You're on some fucking Inception shit.
Yeah.
Well, remember that movie? He's like, we got to make him think of the idea himself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is Inception. You're right.
Hey, Brandon, I got a question for the panel. Like, do you guys think the world would literally be unstable, though, if we had a flat Earth thing and we could show everybody? Like, what would be the result of that?
I do. I think
If the
that
Earth was
people would
actually
do
flat, it'd be
everything.
unstable.
All people would think about and talk about, be all on the news, is what is outside of the Earth, how to get outside the Earth, who's going outside the Earth, where are we? People would obsess about it constantly. There constantly be people trying to get out of this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think that. And it's crazy, dude. I was thinking about that. Let's say it was like the opposite case where a lot of people just don't care. That'd be like unstable for us, because then we'll realize, oh, damn, like there are a lot of people who just don't care. And then that
my wife doesn't give a fuck. She says it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It don't matter.
Same here.
A lot of people say that. And we understand sort of, because it's not like it's not going to help you day to day per se, but I think it would be scary either way. If it was accepted broadly, I agree. People would be like, well, what's on the other side kind of thing. Or we would realize like, damn, a lot of people don't care.
Yeah, no
That's
offense.
why I feel like the creator made it. My bad, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say no offense to to anyone who says that, but the ones that do say that, they lack imagination.
Yeah, for sure.
They just don't know like what the ramifications could be. They can't even imagine it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
it tends
me,
to be the people in my life who say that it doesn't matter, and who just can't get their minds around it. I don't want to say they're not conspiracy minded, but they're not really that type to go against the grain like that. Like, I don't know, personally I've always been kind of a rebel my entire life, thinking outside the box and doing shit that people think's weird. I think it takes a certain type of personality just to even consider the shit that we talk about and believe at this point.
Yeah, totally agree.
Some people just aren't built like that, man, and that's fine. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, I think it's just different sorts of people. Like the people that are in this room are the sort that back in the day probably picked up a machete and went and saw what was on the other side of the jungle. And whereas other people weren't ever motivated to do that, and they just sat in their house and ate lamb chops. There's some people who, as you say, Brandon, will go and see what's out there and test the boundaries and make sure things are true or real or whatever. But others just don't care and don't bother.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I like lamb chops, so it's a tough one.
He wants both.
Yeah, I really like lamb chops too, man.
Well, think about it, right?
On the journey. Perfect.
I mean, if you think about it, I was thinking about this today. I'm out there shooting again, right? Again. I was out there yesterday. Again. And
Hold on, are you saying a gun or again?
Again. Again.
I'm just fucking-
What did you gain? Did you gain something from it? What did you gain?
I'm shooting again.
What did I say? I didn't say a gun.
I load the gun and then I shoot the gun.
Okay, whatever.
I think he's making fun of your
It's a shooting
accent,
game.
Travis.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyways, what I was saying was that while I was shooting yesterday, I went and joined Bev's channel, and he said, "You're getting more photos, right?" So I'm shooting today, and I've got both cameras, and I shoot a half an hour on each camera. So then if I come back and I look at each camera's data, at least a half an hour, and if I stop and slow it down and go back, I'm like tripling my time, right? So, and then I've got to cook dinner. I've got to eat. I don't want to eat, whatever. So my point was, like, you've got people who do the field work, and you got people that make your dinner for you when you get home.
Are you
Or
making
you got people
lamb
who
chops, or-
do. You got people who do this. You got we can't
Lamb
all
chops
be
in the lounge room.
we can't all be right. We can't all be out on the field doing this, and not everybody wants to, and that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly that. It's not right or wrong. There's just some people who it's just not in their makeup to care, to investigate, to be bothered by it. They got other things that matter to them in their life, and like you said, Travis, it's fine. There's no problem with that.
I just think with this COVID narrative, I think more people would lend an ear. Not everybody, obviously, but I think this would be a ripe time. Certainly the last year.
Right, but think about this though, Mind of God, that the time that it would take for somebody to campaign, right? Because I've thought about that too. I've thought about building or constructing a pamphlet or a flyer that just simply puts the data out there, just like this point, this point, this point, this point. But in order to go from door to door to door to door to door, and then do follow up maybe and say, hey, did you happen? It's like a traveling salesman. That's going to be your full-time job,
dude.
But you're not going to get paid for it.
We could be a Flurfova witness. We could start a new religion.
Okay, but seriously, how else?
I
how
agree
else?
with you.
Yeah. How else are we going to have a mass? Not even a mass conversion, just a mass canvassing. Of this information.
And I think
we need to get money.
And the follow-up would be important too, because they're going to have tons of questions that they would not be able to process.
For
6 months or something.
Yeah, and then you show up on their doorstep a couple months later, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you came back by. I lost your email address, or I forgot where I put it. I have all these questions. Whatever, So that kind of follow-up is essential. And then you've got to have that safety zone, right? This is a place that you should feel safe to express your thoughts and think outside the box.
Right. I mean, I emailed a pilot that I golfed with a week or two ago, and I'm certain he has a lot of questions, but he can't ask me, and it's like it affects his career. So those safe spaces are going to be really, really hard. It's probably going to be even difficult for him to talk to anybody else in his industry, because if they get wind of that, oh, this guy doesn't know, or this guy's questioning that, that's not good. So where does he go? And he should know the answer. He does know the answer.
Yeah. I've got a family friend who is a pilot for Southwest, and he's helped me out a couple of times when I needed to fly west, and he's given me one of his tickets that I could a buddy pass. So nice. 2 years ago, I texted him and said, "Hey, I have a couple questions I want to throw your way. I didn't mention flat Earth, but I mentioned enough." And he said, "Yeah, I'm not talking about this."
Yeah, I've had the same. I've had two pilots just randomly. One that is on the driving range every day, and I know when they don't say anything that they know, and then that they don't want to talk about it. So that to me it's not a proof, obviously, but if you would ask anybody on this earth, probably the only person I would want to check with besides a pilot is possibly the people who come up with the logic of the optimization of the routes. Maybe that might be the only person I would want to talk to aside from a pilot that know what the shape is. So they know what's up.
I wish we could figure out how they, mapped the flat plane onto the globe, what the mapping was.
Yeah.
You know?
Brandon, dude, I had a friend in not close enough, but he worked for MITRE and he did the optimizations for flight paths. But now he works for the SEC, so there's no way he's going to talk to me. But I emailed him and asked him, and he did not respond. And man, that would be incredible. All the
Bro, this is
transforms.
Oh yeah.
This is career suicide. Getting involved with us.
Yeah, exactly.
You're done. Like you're done.
Yeah.
Any kind of important field, like I'm a janitor, so whatever. But you know, anybody in any important field, you're done if you get involved with us. Even mention it.
Yeah, exactly. You're certainly not going to get a government job after that. That's for damn sure.
No. I burned that bridge a long time ago, so I don't give a shit about that.
It's too bad because they don't know how, man, it's tough, dude. Because there's still people, maybe not us, because we're on these hangouts a lot, that are still on the fence, and they need something maybe more concrete. So it's too bad because those people would provide it, but.
That's what we're trying to do with White's word test. His name is so hard to say. White's word. I don't know.
Which test is that?
Might just be white sword.
White sword. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Is that? Can we call him that? Well, I'll check with him, see if he's okay with that. Anyways, it's a,
just say it fast enough. He'll know who you're talking about. He won't know what you're doing.
White sword.
White sword.
Yeah,
White
yeah.
sword.
There you go. He's got a test. You got the diagram, Brandon?
Yeah, I do. I'll bring it up. Just give me a second here.
Yeah.
And Brandon, I don't know if you saw my text, but I'm ready if you want to look at the sailboat going into the band. We can do that afterwards.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me just close out what I'm doing here.
You did that.
Leaky's got 3 miles of line coming in, so he's gonna do a little something.
Yeah.
He's essentially.
I'm glad he's out there doing it. Go ahead.
He's essentially gonna do what Rumpus was talking about by just hanging it in midair. That's what Rumpus came in here blabbering about.
Right.
That's what Leaky's trying to do. I mean, that's what we've been trying to do since day one. I don't know why Rumpus thought he came up with something new.
Dude, Rumpus is gonna need a psychiatrist if we prove it. We're gonna have to literally watch him, man.
He's taking it seriously, though. I mean, I appreciate that. Now, I don't know how seriously, because his idea, I get it, but it's fundamentally flawed because you have to know exactly how much it sags. And I don't think calculating is going to be good enough.
I forgot he had the sag calculation in the thing. Yeah, no, that's not what where we've been trying to do. I forgot.
Right, because I think the margin of error with your calculation is probably going to swamp out any result you get.
Brandon,
the certainty is really low.
These clowns, Slice Barcane, test fails, and he's like, "Yeah, it looks like it's a ball." I mean, these people are so bad, dude. That whatever that stupid test that he was doing a while ago with the pipes and all that, oh my god.
Oh, the leaky water test?
Yeah, they want the test to fail, and they'll be like, "Yeah, it's highly probable it's a ball," and then they'll move on. Okay, thanks.
Right.
Well,
and they
was
typically
his test to see how much?
They typically discourage us from doing tests too. So it makes you wonder: do they really want us to do a test, or do they not want us to do a test? Are they?
Yeah, exactly. And they could have done one. They could have done many, and just ended this if it were truly what they say it is. So. George's is bad because he does all the optics, and then now we've shown through all the stuff that you guys talk about and everybody's done, that stuff's questionable. So I haven't seen anybody else try anything serious.
Yeah.
George doesn't do any optic tests. George does not do any optic tests. All he does is go off the numbers they gave him, and that's it. He's not taking temperature, humidity, and pressure readings all throughout the optical corridor, above and beneath and through it, and seeing what's really going on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, the one that I'm referring to that he mentioned a long time ago was quote unquote optical, but I mean, he admitted that the measurements, he did it multiple times, and then he showed all these different curvature numbers, and he's like, yeah, you throw out the outliers. No, dude, the outliers might be important. You can't just throw them out.
I remember that. Yeah, that was funny.
Just because you go look at something a whole bunch of times and then take an average of it, that doesn't even mean that your average is what's really happening.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Your baseline could be way off, and this is just the average of the wacky atmospheric conditions. You have no idea.
That reminds me of, do you guys remember when Bob, the science guy, came on here way back when Randy was hosting?
Bob the what?
Yeah, that guy. Haven't seen him around for a while, but he presented about the Titanic and was making the argument that the Titanic sunk because of refraction.
Oh my god!
You guys don't remember that? And then we pissed him off so bad he left the show because we said, "Hey Bob, do you think the refraction might have anything to do with Bigfoot? And do you think refraction might have been the cause of 9/11 and all this shit?" And he just stormed.
And the funny thing is, dude, everything Bob says, I actually sort of think he believes it. Like, he's really serious. He's kind of like Rumpus. Like, I think he actually believes whatever he's saying.
No, I think he's a true believer too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's scary, man.
Rumpus is a scallywag.
He's a character.
Scallywag.
He's a character, that's for sure.
If Rumpus becomes a flat earther, you don't need to preach the flat earth gospel. He will do it single-handedly. So just let him go, you know?
Oh, yeah. We'd be all set. All we got to do is turn Rumpus, and we pretty much won after that.
Yeah. 33 days later, the whole world would be flatties. It would be great.
So Jeremy, you wanted me to bring this up and explain White's World's test.
What? White's word.
White's word. That's right. I keep saying world.
I'm telling you, his name's fucked up, man. We got to do something about it. Anyways,
White sword.
White sword.
White. We're gonna call him White. Yeah. So percentage. See how from the ends of the string, there's a straight line going through that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's a globe and you pull that string tight, all the points that we're taking measurements at, B through F, I think it is, all those points have to be pressing down on a globe. But if you look on the bottom, a flat Earth is going to have those points lifting up. It's definitive. Like, there's no way around it. Yeah. If it goes up, I'm not saying it's flat, but they got the radius wrong. In that case, it might as well be flat because they're locked into their radius big time. You can't
That's similar to one Ali B proposed, where you pull the thing and then you just over water, and then, you know, if it snaps, you take a picture of it, kind of thing. So you use the tension kind of concept.
Yeah, I do remember him pitching that. Yeah.
To me, that's one of the best ones that's physical.
I think this one's good. You know, I have my reservations about the fact that he's going to do it over 10 kilometers, but he's motivated. I mean, he's out there talking to the local government and ordering the line and all this shit. So he's serious, man.
Is he GoFundMe me? How does he do that?
He was talking about, you know, asking people for help, but he hasn't yet. I don't know if he is going to. I think he's self-funding it.
People want fucking answers, bro. Listen, people want fucking answers. Once you get into this shit, if I was wealthy right now, there was nothing that would stop me from trying to think of some definitive shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
One rich guy or girl.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No doubt. If I had the money and it wasn't my ambition to do the work, I would have no problem paying somebody's bill. None.
Yeah, even hiring somebody, absolutely, yeah. Because I mean, people want fucking answers. They want it deep down. People want to know the truth.
And we kind of need somebody on the fringe, not like us who kind of know what it is. Like, we need somebody who's really sort of 50-50, you know, because then they can accept either result and not be biased.
No. You just need something that's definitive, and it doesn't matter who did it as long as it's repeatable.
Yeah, agreed.
You know,
right.
Doesn't matter what their bias is or anything. As long as it's definitive and repeatable, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Repeatable is great.
Shout out to Godzilla37, $6.99 super chat. Brandon, make sure to catch KS tonight. Should be a good one. For sure, will do. Thank you, Godzilla37. Appreciate that.
What's KS?
Killstream.
I still don't know what that is.
It's a show. It's on Trollo now. They get kicked off of everywhere, but it's pretty good show. It's politics. Mostly. Those guys are funny though. You'd probably like it. Anyway,
I gave up on politics a long time ago.
I did too. These guys are funny, so they're cool. It's not for everyone.
You didn't
though,
vote
I'll
for
say
Trump?
that. You know, I think that they gave up on Trump a while ago, but I do think they supported Trump for a while. But
Interesting.
kind of like everyone else, you know, it's like, yeah, this is going to happen. And the main guy, shoot, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm drawing a blank. Ralph. You know, he's pretty realistic. They're not pushing like Q stuff or anything like that. They're kind of like us, but they stick to politics. Flat Earth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they've got a big show. I mean, they're getting like 800 people a night. They were in the thousands when they're on YouTube. They got booted off YouTube. Then they went over to D Live. They got booted off D Live, and the Southern Poverty Law Center was writing articles about them, and you know,
Wow.
getting them kicked off. And the New York Times was amplifying it and getting them kicked off of everything. And now they've landed on this app called Trollo. I think that's the name of it. And they're still getting 800 people. So they've got a loyal audience. It's a good show.
It's like nowadays getting kicked off these platforms is like a compliment. It's crazy.
No kidding.
That's not bad. You get about 800 views. You get about 800 views per show now.
Yeah, but they're getting like 800 constant on their stream, 800 live viewers. We only get about 100. You know,
live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Jaren numbers. Maybe a bit more.
Jaren's doing good. Yeah. Jaren and what's it called? Globebusters are both getting about 7 to 1,000 live viewers on YouTube.
First of all, you almost said Ghostbusters. Second of all, Jaren's dope. I watched him for about a year or more before I found Oakley. But yeah, Jaren's good.
I saw that he's leaving though soon. I wonder. I don't know if that's serious or what. So I don't know if he really does much flat Earth tests anymore. So this is the lion's den now for that, I think.
I do too. Yeah, he changed.
Jaren
from,
was out there
being on the floor doing stuff, like doing the laser test and stuff. I know. I think he's still doing something occasionally, but those guys' focus seemed to change from that to really focusing on the show and getting content out there.
Yeah,
we can now. Yeah, we can now.
Really?
Yeah, were you talking before?
Yes, we really hear.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking. You know what? That's so funny. Never mind. I've been muting my headset, and I was thinking that I was muting the microphone. So that's why I was testing it right now, because I wanted to step away and I didn't want to interrupt the show. So I interrupted the show anyway.
Travis, what's a quick 10-second explanation of the ether band for anybody who's never heard that?
The ether band simply refers to the medium through which you are looking. Ether is associated with the air. Band is the amount of the field of view that you are looking at. It can be a wide angle or a narrow focus, but basically it refers simply to the same thing that atmospheric refraction does. Okay. But I've got 3 syllables. They have 6.
Okay, that's cool. So it's just a channel, optical channel. That's cool.
Travis, you ready? I guess we're ready for you now. If you want.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Let me get over here. All right. You see my screen?
Let me see. Yes, we got you there.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use. I just pulled up a lot, so if you want me to stop or whatever, just let me know. So both of these boats are the Southern Cross, same boat. Okay, this is the same exact spot. This is the channel marker 15. Of course, the field of view is different because of I could have the camera angled up more here. Although, if I were going to analyze this, I'm not opposed to saying that I could have my camera set up in the exact same way, and the field of view is off because of the conditions of the medium. But here is the Southern Cross on the right. The Southern Cross here in this is right on the cusp of the band, okay? And what I want to do right now is... I thought I had more than one of these open. Oh, Shinola. Hold on. I thought I had the other 2 open as well. This one. And then this one. Okay. So this one is, I broke this one down. This one is with the Southern Cross in closer proximity to me, okay? The Southern Cross has yet to cross over and into the band. The yellow line here, and so in this image, my camera doesn't move except to pan. Okay, so I'm not changing my elevation, I'm not changing my position. These are still shots from the video. Okay, so the horizon that you can see there is pretty much stable. All right, that is where the limit of the water is. All right. The red line, if you can see it, the red line represents the distance and angle to the horizon. So the Southern Cross is going at an angle away from us into the distance. Okay? So now the Southern Cross is continuing to go into the distance. You can see that the Southern Cross is clearly legible here. It is less legible here and even a little wonky. Okay? These ripples that are right here to the bottom right, or the mid right, you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. These ripples are on the surface, and they are physical. The reason why you can see them is because they are breaking the band, poking their heads up, saying, "Hello, hey, how are you? We're just waving." Okay. So if you go below the band here where you can see nothing but water and ripples, right? Nothing but water and ripples. These images up here are the water with higher crested surface. That's why you see them. Does that make sense?
Say it one more time, that last part.
When you are looking above a horizon, I'm just going to use this photo. When you are looking at this photo, and in the video, you'll see it. Okay, so just watch out for it in the video. You will see the water appear and disappear because the water is undulating. It's cresting and it's troughing. It's cresting and it's troughing. And when it's cresting, it pokes its head up at a higher angle so that it breaks the mirage. It breaks the band. That's a conclusion that I had to come to because I used to think that those appearances were the result of mirage. I thought that they were apparent, but they're not. They are physical water poking their head through the apparent mirage. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Okay. So now here's another step into the same video, but the Southern Cross again is still far enough away from the horizon. Okay. So what I say here is, imagine the lower blue line. Imagine the lower blue line, this one down here. Imagine this one is actually the higher blue horizon line, quote unquote. Okay. So the physical water between those two spaces now, right? So I'm giving you this little space right here. This space right here. Okay. That space is right here. Okay. So there's still physical water right here. Over here to the right. I'm sorry. Can you see my mouse?
Yes, we can. Little cross.
Okay,
yeah.
so what I'm doing is I'm trying to get you to understand that even though there's a mirage here, the same physical reality that's right here is right here.
Right.
In front of this boat is more water on the plane going into the distance. So at this point right here, why can't you see any more water? Because it's curvature, Travis. No, because this boat is going to keep going and going and going and going and going. Okay, so now the boat has gone into the band and you can't see water anymore. But what you need to understand is that between this blue line and this blue line, is the same thing here. Just like there's physical water in front of the boat here that it's going to cross over, that's exactly what it's doing right here, but the mirage is obscuring that physical reality. Got it?
Makes sense.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to just push play. Okay, I got it a little bit high sped. I'm going to take it back. All right, so this is the channel marker 15. And right here, it's going to start going into the band. Okay. Now, what I want you to take notice of, because I'm going to show you a still later on that's going to, what you're going to, okay, see this tree here?
Yes.
Okay. This tree is physical. Okay, so here's the top of the tree. Down the trunk, down the trunk, down the trunk, down the trunk, water. This is not the trunk of the tree right here. Okay? This is where the shoreline is.
Oh, it's up that high,
Okay.
huh?
Well, it's not up high. That's just perspective, right?
Yeah, no, I get you. It's up.
Yeah.
It's up in your view that high.
But my point is that this tree is inverted on itself in a mirage. So right here, the physical tree stops. Right here, I misspoke earlier. When I said water, I meant to say mirage. But the mirage starts right here. This is the fold line for the mirage. This is the fold line for the mirage. This is what is called the limit of the mirage. I came up with my own term. I call it the disclosing line. Why do I call it the disclosing line? Because when you disclose something, you reveal what was not previously known. And what was not previously known is this is water right here, even though you can't see it. So once the mirage stops and shows you what's there physically, the water, that discloses to you that you should understand that the water doesn't stop here and start curving back down and going over a curve ever, ever, ever. This water is going to continue going until. So my point is, I have a still that shows you that the water continues to go into the distance all the way across to this shore 4 miles away. But right now, the Southern Cross is just starting to cross into the band. So if you watch closely here, we'll see the hull start to become duplicated. You'll lose the prop wash. Okay, I'm going to stop this real quick. Right now, this is where the waves start to dance in the band. Right now, right there. You're going to see these. See it? See it right there? You see the mirage poking through?
Yep.
Okay. So right here, the hull starts to duplicate right there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mic check. How's everybody doing?
All right, how about this, guys? I'm going to ask you to predict. Do you think the boat is going to pass in front of or behind this red buoy?
Behind.
Yes.
I got one behind. Anybody else?
front.
In front.
Got two in fronts. All right.
You know what? I'm changing it to behind.
Oh.
Change me to behind. I can't go with Ed.
You just changed it at the last minute and you were wrong.
Was I? I wasn't even looking at what I was just guessing.
No, the buoy was obviously way less detailed in the boat, so it had to be in front.
The buoy was in front of the boat? What?
I love how he says. I love how he says, obviously.
Okay, wait, Ed, did you just hear the stupidity that came out of your mouth?
Did you say
the buoy was not in front of the boat?
Did you say it backwards, Ed?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we're not even going to waste time on that.
No, I said the boat would go in front, right?
But you said it was because the buoy was much more detailed.
Less detailed, yeah.
Less detailed now. Okay, gotcha.
And now he said more detailed before. Anyway, you can just start to see the prop wash dance in and out. Okay, right? So now think about the prop wash the same way I was describing the ripples back here. Okay, why can you see the prop wash? Because it breaks the angle of incidence that you're looking at this mirage. It gets higher, just like you can see the bow spray here, because it's at a higher angle. But now the boat is duplicated on itself. And because I'm not going to change my elevation, the only thing that's going to make this boat grow as a mirage is its distance from me. Now the Southern Cross is being swallowed up together.
The letters are coming together. Yeah, the mirage is getting higher and higher on
the
boat.
Okay, but the hull is right here. Okay, it's right here. So when you see other images that people bring up, like this one, hold on real quick. This is a video. Okay, this is a sailboat. Okay, here's the sail, top of the sail. Sailboat, sail. There's the hull. Here is the hull of the sailboat. This is not the sail. It is a mirage, which means the entire sailboat is right here. Right there. Okay? But, Shinola. Did I lose that video? I hate it when it does that. Yeah, I did. I must have closed the wrong one. Give me a second.
You know what? Oh, my bad. I'll let you guys finish this. I was just thinking, if I was a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, I might not want to come out and know that if the Earth is flat or not, because that could potentially cause society to collapse and the money system to reset, and I would lose everything.
Okay, so again,
yeah, just buy a bunch of
gold.
My
bad. Go ahead, Travis.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Travis. My bad.
So again, as we watch this, the name of the boat is going to disappear into the mirage, and then you're just going to have white. And now here you can see the deck being mirrored here.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can't even see the prop spray now. Can't even see the name of the boat. I zoom out every once in a while to show what I can see with my naked eye. Okay, just gonna zip forward.
Yeah, I think this totally validates that little diagram I drew.
Yeah. Okay, now we've got another channel marker buoy out here that we can't see, but you got to cut that in half. That entire blur right now is not the entire physical buoy. Cut it in half. This boat now, you can't even see the what's that? The stern, right? All you can now see is the merging of the deck together. Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the point that I've made, and I'm going to bring it up right now again. The limit of the water right here is a physical location. Okay, we could put something there. It's real. It's tangible. Okay, but how far away now is this boat from this position? Okay, this image of the boat right here is not a vertical image. It's not vertical.
What does that mean? You hold on. That's the third or fourth time I've heard you say this thing about the vert. What does that mean? I don't understand.
Well, I guess I would ask you what you think this is representing to you as you look from the limit of the water to the boat. I guess my question would be, how would you describe what you're seeing here and break this image down?
I don't know. I'm not even looking at the screen right now. I'm sweeping the floor. I'm just curious what you mean when you say vertical image.
It seems to me in my observations and in my reading that the understanding of the mirage, even though I haven't seen it said this way, what I have been reading implies to me that they think the image is a vertical reality somehow. So that, okay, let me say it.
The miraging's happening vertically, you're saying?
Let me try to.
Miraging's happening vertically?
Yeah, because let me go
all
back. I don't know that I can. I don't want to.
I can't even see your screen right now. It's fine. I just wanted to know what. I was just wondering.
You've got a good question that I want to. I guess Rumpus is taking it his time doing stuff. So give me just a second to dig this up and let me think about where I'm gonna get this.
I didn't want to throw your whole presentation.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't mind. This is gonna be a good. Just trying to find a good image for you guys.
Well, once you're done with this,
I've got here we go. I got it.
Once you're done with this, I've got a little bit of NASA obvious fakery that we can close out the show with. So something to look forward to there.
I'm pumped now. Let's do this.
Yep. Go ahead, Travis.
Okay. So this is a photograph of Anacapa Island with the lighthouse here in the middle, up at the top, right? Okay.
Okay.
So part of my inference by what is not said directly is this appears to be an entire island. Okay?
All right.
It's not. Okay? But if you don't think of this correctly, and you think that this is an entire island, then this lighthouse is vertical. It's 55 feet tall. It goes straight up. So by vertical, I mean just, I'm not going to talk about the topography, obviously, because it's got, zigzags and jigjags or whatever, but it's just going straight up, right? Straight up. All right. So I'm going to tell you that I'm going to say that right about here is where the physical island stops. Okay?
Yep.
And that down here, even though it looks like that's the island, that is a mirage. And so then this limit of the water here, if I could wipe away the mirage, you'd see water go all the way up, boop, and there it would be. Now, the reason why I say that mirage is right there is because of over here, there is a breakdown on the shape of this island right here, okay? So I'm just trying to answer Jeremy's question as to why I'm saying it's not a 90-degree angle. Because if you just look with your naked eye and see that the island looks like a solid island, if there is a mirage there, you've got to cut that island in half. And that completely changes the makeup of the interpretation of what you're seeing.
Right. It looks like the bottom of the boat, the mirrored part is like vertically going down, but it's actually being reflected off of that mirage, which is angled towards you, right? Like we described.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So if you look at this image right now, this image looks vertical. Boop.
Yep.
Okay, but it's not, because then that would mean that this boat here is like higher vertically than this image here.
Right.
But it's not. It's farther away.
Yeah, that's
right?
interesting. That is interesting. How it can look like that, like it's vertical, but it's actually just a reflection off of a long way too.
Okay, so now we see the mast starting to be duplicated. But if I showed you this image and I said, "Where's the hull of the boat?" You go, "It's right here, Travis. There it is. I can see it. I can see it." But when it gets farther away and the hull disappears, and all you see is a straight line of the mast, and you see that mast then, as a straight line, goes into the water, and I say, "Where's the hull?" You're going to go, "It's down here. It's behind the curve, Travis. because I see the mast. You see the mast? It goes all the way down, and then it goes behind the curve. No, you're watching this boat now go into the distance. Okay?
Yep, that makes sense to me. I don't know who you were doing an impression of there, but that was a pretty good one.
Hold on, I'm on YouTube.
I hope it wasn't me.
I can't.
Who, mocking you?
No, I figured it wasn't me, but I'm curious.
Okay, now
who you're
look
mocking.
here. Now look here. We've got one boat just starting to go into the band. And we've got the Southern Cross here that is now, the complete upper deck is now cut in half. You can't even see anything now, right? Okay. But this boat and this boat are horizontal to each other.
Yep. Yeah, right. Huh. Look at that. That's interesting.
Okay, so now this boat is physically distant from this boat. How far away? But that would be the science, right? Ooh, how could we science there? How does this mirage change and blah, blah, blah? I don't really give a shit, but that's what the freaks think they can do. But again, so, okay, let's do this. Let's back up real quick because that kind of goes to my point, right? Okay, so now, now we actually have a boat right on the band, right? Because I said before, if we could put a boat right here,
yep.
How far away is that boat from here, right? How far away these two, right? Because now this degree of angle, can I draw something here? Tools, can I figure something out? Tools, I draw something I don't think I can. If I could draw a line here from the hull on the water right here, and draw a line here to this hull, it's going to be a shallow angle, but it's going to be a distance. So that that angle now has physical distance.
Yeah.
Right? And let's then say, okay, now let's kind of tweak our melons a little bit here and say if this boat, well, no, let me just do it. I'm going to make them closer. Right here. Now this angle to here. Okay, so here is the hull of the boat touching the water. Okay, so from this angle, from the hull of this boat to this boat, that represents what? 600 yards? How far away are they from each other? Oh, you can't hide an entire bottom of a, you can't hide that into, there's no way that much can be disappeared into a mirage at that angle. No way.
Well, you're looking at it. No wonder
There's no way.
There's
no way the base of a mountain can be, there's no way 2,000 feet of a mountain can be swallowed up in a mirage. Okay, this is only 3 miles away. Okay?
And it
this
increases.
Is only 3 miles away.
Yeah, and it increases in altitude as you get further away. Who knows how high, but definitely could block more in the distance.
All right, so now the boat's going to go behind Battery Island, so we're not going to be able to follow it past that. Okay, but what I want to show you just real quick in contrast is this other image of. How did those things close? Why did those close? Oh, there they are. Okay, here's the Southern Cross. Here's that same marker. Here are 2 farther boats, and here's the shoreline. There's the historic lighthouse. Now I'm going to back this one up. Again, I can't shoot every day and go, oh, remember this other video, Travis, where you shot this, keep that same angle. I can't remember that. Okay, but let me bring this back to where, oh, no, I got to go back. Hold on real quick. I'm almost done.
All right.
Okay, right here. Okay, now, this is the same camera position as this. Now, it's not the same focal length. Don't misunderstand me. But right here in front of this buoy, the water stops. But here, water. Oh, it's looming, Travis. That was behind the curve before, but now it's looming. What the fuck? This is right in front of you. This is a shallower angle. Well, how does the angle change? Welcome to the ether band. Everybody drink.
Makes sense. Good stuff, Travis.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, I
How
appreciate
does
it.
that make sense?
How does it make sense? Do you understand what he's saying about mirages and how they can they increase with distance?
Do not listen. Remember what I said earlier, Brandon, when someone comes in and says, why don't you learn how to take a picture when it's in focus? What Ed just asked you right now, he's a fucking troll. How does that make sense? He knows exactly what I said. He understands exactly what I said.
I know what you were trying to say, but
no, I didn't try to say anything. I didn't try to say anything.
That is true.
Okay, that's not what you said before. That's a different question. You said before it didn't make sense. Now you're asking me, how can I verify it?
Yes. How can you verify that all that stuff exists which you're talking about?
Hey, Ed, did you just watch those videos that he showed?
Yeah.
Do you not think that an
he's a
inferior
troll.
mirage
He's a troll.
can block? I know that. Do you not think that an inferior mirage can block something in the distance?
Well, why don't you explain what?
No, just answer my question. Can an inferior mirage block things from your view?
In what way?
Your sight. You know, when you look at something and you see it, when you look at it, will you be able? Can it block you from seeing it?
Block you from seeing it? No.
Am I speaking
the light will
English?
get bent. The light will get bent.
Okay.
I can
All
provide
right,
you
we're
a
good then.
quote
All
from
right,
Andrew.
let's look at the NASA fakery.
I can quote you. I can show you a quote from Andrew Thomas Young, Ed, where he says that mirages block.
Well, I mean,
Can you show
you're
the
just
entire link?
denying stuff that is obvious, Ed. I mean, people have already admitted this. Rumpus admits this. You know, this isn't controversial that inferior mirages can block things. We've proven this empirically. Literally. Okay.
All right. Well, let's see it then.
We've showed it on here many times. You've seen the Pebbles footage in the garage?
Right. I meant Travis thing, the quote. Can you post a link in the chat, please?
No, it's not accessible to you unless you pay for it.
Right. So you
Yo,
have no evidence then.
What do you draw on there, Brandon?
Would you like me to show you a screen capture?
No, you can
Oh.
just show your evidence.
Oh, my little diagram. You like that,
Okay, so
Jeremy?
so you hold on. You want me?
nice.
Okay, Ed, you want me to give you the link that will take you to the periodical on MedPub or wherever it was, and it'll say if you would like to join us for if you would like to pay to subscribe, or if you're a subscriber, buy the article. You want me to prove that that's going to happen?
No, I thought you were joking about me having to pay because you're often a bit sarcastic. So, no, the screenshot is fine. I didn't realize you were serious about it.
What do you got on the NASA thing?
Sorry, I thought Ed and I thought those guys would go at each other for a couple minutes, so I walked over to the bathroom. Bad timing. But yeah, let me show this here. This is from a video that Level Earth Observer, which is a good channel. The guy's got a good voice, that's for sure. Level Earth Observer put out, and I'll put a link in the chat. But it is from official NASA footage, and I've never seen this particular one, but it was pretty striking to me. Just how ridiculous this footage is. So let me play it. We don't need to hear the sound, and tell me what you think here. So this is from the Soyuz rocket, and they're looking back at.
Bro, you still got the
ISS.
Wu-Tang diagram.
Oh shit!
Brandon, you still got the
Thanks, Jeremy.
Wu-Tang forever,
Wu-Tang.
motherfuckers.
Wu-Tang Mirage. All right. There we go. You guys see it now?
There we go.
Cool. This is Level Earth Observers video. This is the ISS looking back from the Soyuz rocket. Official NASA footage.
You mean the Soyuz looking back at the ISS?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, look at that shit.
Wait, the Soyuz is connected to the ISS. Who took this picture?
No. That's the what's it called? Well, what that really is, that's a fucking model right there. This is 100%, in my opinion, the most obvious miniature I've ever seen NASA put out. This is not a full-size thing. This is a fucking miniature.
How do you know?
By looking at it. It is so obvious. This looks like fucking a plastic miniature. This is not how real shit looks. Real shit
I'm not gonna lie,
doesn't look like this.
It looks super fake, yeah.
It looks super
fake. Who took this
right?
picture though?
I don't know.
Why is it so blurry?
I think he paused it at a in between frames or something.
Can't they go out when the conditions are better?
It's the ether band.
Actually, there are videos out there been broken down where the shuttle is doing like a dolphin flip. And when the contrasts are adjusted and stuff, you can see these acrylic plastic things that they're actually attached to.
Can you play the video, Brandon? Maybe we can see some waves or bubbles.
Well, this is all the video is just in and out from this this miniature here. Now, if I find out that this is something other than from NASA, he says it's from NASA. And I didn't see any comments that were like, oh, no, this is from this. And he didn't post a link to the original footage, unfortunately. But this does look like some shit that NASA would put out. And this I would bet my house this is fake, that this isn't a model. That's how fake it looks. This is horrible. What do you guys think? You think this looks fake?
It looks so fake, it must be real.
Here, let me get to the part where he moves back and forth. It's easier to see. Look at that thing. I know, it's hard to believe NASA actually put this out. That's why I was looking for a link. Maybe I'll ask him for it. But he does mention a couple times.
I think you have I think your bias gets in the way of your critical thinking.
I don't think so, dude. Look at that. If I showed that to you and was like,
if I were to show you use of other miniature and models and other media like movies and stuff, you won't be able to say.
Do it.
But
yeah.
The bias.
Do it, Carlos.
Try it. Show me a miniature and let's see if I can tell the difference. Show me a miniature versus a real thing. Put together a lineup. And let's see if I can pick out the fakes from the real ones. That'd be interesting. We know we can't tell CGI from real. Go ahead, Carlos. You were roboting a little bit, though.
I said you sound like you've been able to pick out miniatures and models all your life. With second with content, but quite frankly, it's just your bias getting in the way.
No, dude, this is a miniature, dude. This is not real. You think this is real?
It really doesn't even look real. I mean, let's face it.
So how should it look like if it was real then?
I don't know, man. That shit doesn't look real to me.
Like other real stuff that we've seen. I don't. I can't. You know, you look at a picture and you go, "Oh yeah, that's real." You look at some buildings in the distance. Oh, that's real. Look at a picture of a car. That's
what
real.
are we supposed to look at here?
And you look at a model. There's something about models where you can tell the difference. I don't know exactly what it is, but this looks very plastic. This looks like a plastic model.
Okay.
I don't know. People in the audience can tell me what they think. Or the panel. You guys think I'm out to lunch, or anybody think this is?
No, it looks like shit, man. It does look.
Right? I mean, how hard would it be to make this? You could make this if you had a nice model, someone built like this plastic model.
$20.
From what year is this footage?
I could make that for $50 right now.
I bet you could. He's got something else in here, but I didn't know if it was real. Some spacewalk aborted, and then they cut to like this garage on accident, and it's like people faking a spacewalk, evidently. But I got to look into that a little bit more. I think Level Earth Observer has a lot of fun looking through NASA content.
From what year is that video originally?
I don't know. He might say in the video. I'm going to try to get a link to the source material from him, but it's not in the video. I bet you this is like some 90s shit, because they weren't that good in the 90s before they really started using CGI a lot.
My question for you guys then, who say it looks like trash and whatever, what would you expect to see in a video in space in the 90s?
You know what I think it is? I think it's something to do with the depth of it, the depth perception of it. I can't quite put my finger on why it looks so fake, but it maybe has something to do with the depth that you're looking at it. It just doesn't look big. It looks like it's small.
Yeah, sure. The background is completely black, so you know that helps.
Yeah, but I look at these, there's some signal that I'm getting where my brain is interpreting, I'm trying to be objective here, where my brain is interpreting this as, this is small. This is a miniature. There's something,
do you know the distance?
Some visual cues that I'm getting that tell me this is fake. I can't put my finger on it, but you know when something's fake and when something's not. You know what I mean?
No, because your senses can be fooled easily with depth perception, for example.
Why do we never see any fucking land? I'd love to be able to gauge how much of the Earth we're seeing in that picture right there, but they only ever show fucking clouds and ocean.
No, they don't.
It's more dangerous to show the land because you can bust them out more easily.
It's the same reason why you don't see stars. If you could see stars, you'd have to match up the constellations.
Yeah, or there's just too much light to see them.
Right, right. Always a plausible excuse, Ed. Is there any excuse that NASA give you that you wouldn't go, yep?
Yeah, or how about that this is from the 90s and the video quality is just shit.
Oh, there's another good excuse. How many is that so far? Overexposure, your brain can be fooled. What else?
Right.
What else, Ed?
Right.
What else? You can't tell the difference. Come on.
Are you telling me your brain can't be fooled?
Come on, let's keep going. I'm not convinced by any of these so far. Let's see if you can come up with a fourth one. Oh, I'm biased.
Well,
said I'm biased.
Can your brain be fooled? Yes or no?
That's a red herring.
We're up
Don't
to 4
that.
so far.
What do you mean don't answer that? Just be honest.
It's a red herring.
Fooled, yes or no?
Listen, you made a claim, and I don't know, right? So I don't. Hold on.
You think your brain cannot be fooled? Then
listen.
Is
I
that
don't
your
know.
answer,
I'm going to ask you about. I'm going to ask you about a statement that you made just a minute ago. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
You
Brandon,
don't know if you can be fooled.
Okay,
Are
no.
you kidding me?
Okay, listen. Okay, Ed, listen to me. I didn't say that I was going to answer a question you asked. I said you made a statement a minute ago. Okay, Brandon,
Yeah.
Do you know when this video was released?
No.
Okay, so my question then, Ed, how do you know this is from the 90s?
I don't know.
Then you're making up shit, dude. You're making up shit.
Good catch, Travis.
Yeah, so what? So are you guys. What the hell?
So are you guys.
No, I'm giving you my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion as
your
an expert at looking at stuff.
Your opinion.
This is fucking fake. And you're giving me excuses why it's not fake. You know what I think it is? It's the parallax. Watch when the camera moves to side to side and watch the parallax of this. I think that's what gives it away.
Yeah, did you say I'm an expert at looking at things?
Yep.
That's what you
Yeah,
just
I've been
said
looking
about
at things for
yourself.
over 40 years. I've got a lot of experience.
You're an expert voyeur?
I'm a voyeur.
Hey, you know what I just noticed?
What?
Look at the 3 exhaust sections. To me, it looks like their angle doesn't match the angle of the shuttle.
Yeah, so you're making that up. Got it.
I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not, but that part especially looks fake as fuck to me.
That's way off the angle.
Yeah, so
it
again,
doesn't-
what would you
It
expect
doesn't even
to
look
see
like
then?
they're all.
Ed, shut the fuck
It
up.
doesn't even look like they're all
No,
matching
just
each
answer it.
other. It doesn't even look like the exhaust is matching the other exhausts.
Again,
Hey,
what
Brandon.
would you expect to see?
All the exhausts to be lined up together. I don't know.
That's
Crazy.
all?
At
Yeah,
least there should
don't
be that.
entertain Ed. Ed's a freaking troll.
Yeah.
You just don't want to answer questions.
You know what I noticed
From a troll.
is these
Yeah,
trolls.
from a troll, yeah.
Hey, think about this. When do these trolls get most excited and come in here and they have to say something? When can you guarantee that they're going to say something? When you go after a precious NASA or SpaceX every fucking time. What's up with that?
What?
Yeah,
Hey, Ed, are you in here
every
trolling, dude?
fucking time. You guys can't stand it, can you?
That's their baby. That's their go-to proof. That's why. If you
Ed,
take
why
away
are
their
you in here
pictures,
trolling, Ed?
No, I
it's
just have
game
I
over.
just have a simple question. What would you expect to see? And you're
I
not
don't know.
answering me.
What's the question, Ed? What was it?
What would you expect to see then?
Ed, do you have
On the
NASA
video that
pillows?
Brandon showed?
Do you have NASA pillows?
I don't really care about NASA.
Yeah, right.
Ed's a different type of glober, though. I can definitely assure to that. He's not like the average
He's a
glober.
special type of glober.
No, he's not like, you got Peyton as a shield now, or George, or you got
He's
other-
exactly like both of them.
It's cool, Don. They love me.
Are one of the photo
Especially
panels
Travis.
damaged? It looks like one of the photo panels.
Look at that. Look at the exhausts on there too. The top one is at a different angle than the lower two.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, or maybe it just looks that way.
Look at this, though. This is real. This looks real. I have no questions that this is a real picture. This is a plastic model.
Really? How did you determine that?
With my eyes, I told you.
'Cause we're looking at it.
40 years experience.
Where's the zip ties?
So
Where's
your
the
eyes
zip
can be
ties?
fooled.
Oh,
Do you see any
Look where the
zip ties?
sticker is peeling off at the bottom.
Is there a sticker peeling off? Shit.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on YouTube on my television. Bring it back to the model.
All right. Like right here, or
Right there beside that little green thing, that little green circle.
oh, right here?
No, go back to the model.
The
To the little
picture, you
toy
mean,
thing.
probably.
The
You
little
gotta wait.
green thing. The little green circle in the right hand corner at the bottom.
Oh shit! I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he means the video. It's delayed.
He's
probably.
Oh, you're
he's
watching
looking
it
at
on YouTube. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, he's delayed. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys see
I
a
don't-
green thing though?
Yeah,
I don't-
the
I don't
thing
know what
in
he's
the right
talking about.
bottom corner.
The right hand
The
corner.
watermark.
This right
In
here.
the video. On the right bottom in the video.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Bring it down here. I see what you're saying.
You see there's the row of 3 panels. It looks like the sticker is peeling off of the second one from the right on the top.
Oh, this right here on the pant. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. This right here. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's definitely a sticker peeling up.
Where's that? Can you?
Right
That's
here.
what I was talking about on the solar arrays.
Bottom array.
Bottom top right of the bottom array.
Yeah, I see it.
They should have put some better glue on there so it didn't curl up like that.
Yeah, they
Oh,
should have
they
had
used those-
Don Chimp Tit up there to push it with his finger.
They should have used those Mars rover zip ties.
They ran out of duct tape on that
Should have
day.
used Velcro.
Oh, you
That
guys are
shit
talking about the
not
ISS?
Velcro.
Yeah, we're
Sorry, guys.
talking about this model here. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I just jumped in. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, look at this model. Doesn't this? They didn't do a very good job, did they? This looks fake. Do you think this looks like the real space station?
That's pretty blurry, man. That's tough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
Well,
Discord.
wasn't it zoomed in?
Here's a zoom in. Here's a zoomed in part.
I
Can you
wish
go
like
back
there
to
was
the beginning?
stars or the moon in the background, maybe, or something. Like fucking give us something, man. There's no land on the Earth. It's all ocean and clouds. They give us nothing.
Okay, I have a question.
When you're done. Oh.
So the space shuttle is not going to be full throttle, right? When it's trying to dock,
No,
right?
I guess I would think not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just going to use these little puffs, little psst, 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 to go this way and that way, right?
Yeah.
So it's shooting out a shit ton of mass, right? A shit ton of mass for those little puffs, right?
No, it's just shooting out very fast.
Oh, so now it's not just mass being thrown out; it's velocity.
It's speed. It's velocity and mass is part of the equation, I'm told.
Yeah. Okay.
Bring up Rumpus's
Okay.
diagram with the gun and the fucking rocket and all.
Yeah, I do have. I have a diagram that explains all this. So I'll bring it up. Hold on.
I got a
We
question.
we can explain
myself
all
real
this
quick.
very simply.
I got a question real quick. Where is all these comets and space debris at? I don't see it at all. And how do they dodge it?
Oh, they
You
track them
don't
all
dodge it.
by magic. Tell him, Ed.
I want to know that, Ed. Where is all these comets, all this space debris, everything? I don't see none of that.
All
ever.
these comments. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
all these
Listen,
rocks
many?
everywhere.
How
They
many
always
should
That
there
di-
be?
There's always
Travis, the diagram. Travis, the diagram should clear it all up for you right there. That was thanks to the Rumpus.
How many should there be then, Don?
There's a lot of so-called falling comets and everything. Like, when do they take into account for one coming towards the Earth? How do they dodge that? I don't see it
Well,
ever in a video.
that's the thing. You can't really dodge stuff in space. Barely. So it's a problem. Yeah.
So how long
But,
have they been up there?
I don't know.
Don't we get constant meteor showers? That shit should be torn to shreds right now. It should look.
What?
That should be looking like some Mad Max shit.
Get source, please, for these constant meteor showers.
Do we not have fucking meteor showers all the time? Are you serious? You need a
Source
citation.
again.
Space is really,
Source
really
for
big.
meteor showers.
That are here all the time, yes. For that specifically, I would like a source, please. Because that's a very specific statement saying
Okay,
that they're
hold on,
here all the
dickhead.
time.
Hold on.
Don't do anything for this guy, dude. He's a troll.
Yeah, and you're a liar. So
Look who's talking.
please
Jesse
be quiet.
Montreal, the world's biggest troll.
But
Oh,
no, seriously
fake
though,
NASA troll. Oh my God, here we go.
Travis,
Hey,
does this
Ed.
clear things up for you though, Travis? This diagram for you, because you got the J's right here. Obviously, they're part of this, and then you've got this right here, and all these arrows going all this way, and these purple arrows tell you something, and then this handgun, obviously, with next to this equation, pulls it all together.
Brandon,
Yeah.
check your DMs. I'm posting you a citation right now for this asshole.
Who
So,
made
Ed-
that thing, Brandon?
Ed, so when are you going to be a flat earther, Ed? I mean, you got logic somewhat. You're not far left liberal. Like,
How much money you got?
What the? Come on, Ed. Come on. Use logic.
It's the only way, man.
Can you read the screen, Ed? Or do I need to read it out loud?
One second. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. It says approximately 30
occur.
meteor showers occur each year.
Right.
So that's quite a bit.
Constant.
Yeah, but that's not all the time.
Dude, but they're going to what 17? Well, how many relatives is 17 time? No, 16 times per day, right?
Yeah.
In 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of motion and movement, man. They got to dodge a lot of stuff, man.
A lot.
Come on, Ed.
They got to dodge 30 meteor showers worth of meteors every fucking year.
They rotate the Earth 16 times, right, in 24 hours, right?
Yeah. How do they dodge these 30 meteor showers, Ed? Hello.
Called space is really, really big, man.
Right, right. The great scale negator.
Yeah.
So
No, but
means the odds of getting hit by a meteor are nearly zero.
Doesn't hit all of the Earth at once. It
What
comes
about the
from
debris?
it comes in from one side. The meteor.
Debris is actually more of a hassle
What about
because
the
it's in
space
the same
debris?
orbit.
Space
It's in the
debris,
same orbit.
satellites. Space
Yeah,
debris and
that is a problem.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
thank
Russian
God.
roulette,
Peyton
guys.
Asper
It's
Shields is
Russian
here.
roulette. The
Hey,
more times you go
Ether band.
round,
He's
Any
here.
proof the
the
Ether
more
band
times
is
you
zero?
go
Joe
round,
talking
the
at the
more
same
likely you're
Can
gonna
you
get
guys
hit.
pipe down for a second, please? Hey, Brandon, you want to see the freakiest thing in your life, bro?
Yeah,
Check out what I posted. You want to see space debris?
I do.
Watch these guys freak
Yeah,
out.
I
Post
want to
this,
see it.
bro.
Where's it at? You post it in general?
All right.
Yeah, in general.
I am
These
opening it.
people in the ISS are literally just playing Russian roulette. Every
You
time they
will
go around
literally
the
blow
Earth,
your minds, people. Literally blow
Hold
your
on.
minds.
Dude.
Here we go.
Hold on. I
know,
got a
already
new.
know, that's why I asked.
I got a new citation.
Shout out to
Brandon. Hold
Cleary.
on.
All right,
But you're
I'll
gonna
bring
love
your
this fucking.
I'll bring your citation up in a minute. Did you post it in my thing?
All right. I'm sending it to you right now. Hold on.
All right. So this is the video that SE put in the general. This is a freaky video, I guess.
Watch this.
Is that a knife?
Yep.
What is he doing?
Watch. You're not gonna believe your eyes.
Dude, that's why I asked, dude, because there's so much out there. How are they dodging this stuff? It just don't make no sense.
Wait till you see my citation. Yeah, you're gonna love this shit.
What is that thing he's cutting into?
They're trying to find, you know, that hole?
Yeah.
That hole
It's
that
a
they did with
piñata.
tape? They're trying to find it from the outside. Look how they did it.
In the space station.
Yeah, this
What
is
do
a
you mean?
spacewalk now.
And they're
Look.
they're
That's
cutting
not flying
through
around.
this to try to get to the hole
Yeah.
with a big ass Bowie knife.
Yep.
What the
Isn't
fuck?
that a scuba knife?
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, it is a fucking scuba knife, isn't it?
It's because they're underwater, right?
It's even got a chain
You
on
see-
it, like you would a fucking scuba knife.
Dude, Paige, do you realize how clear water can be? How clear it can get?
Mm-hmm.
Paige, NASA Shield.
Mm-hmm.
You know how clear? Oh my
I know
God.
they're underwater,
You're-
or are they in strings? I
you're a mess.
forget.
What the fuck?
Or are they?
Well-
I thought they're in strings. Are they in strings or are they underwater?
Sometimes they're on strings for the interior shots.
Interior, they're on strings. Outside, they're in water. I have to get it
All right,
straight.
you
They
know how
switch
many
it up, though.
different
Sometimes
things Hollywood does for their special effects? How many different techniques
this
and
guy
stuff
not have
they
a neck?
have? They have all those afforded to them.
Yeah, where is his neck? What the heck? It don't look right. That don't, who said that?
I did.
Travis.
Yeah, he doesn't have a neck. Where is
What
You
the
haven't
fuck
seen
is
the
his
modern
helmet?
spacesuits.
Now keep in mind, each one of those pieces is going to become a deadly projectile in space.
No, look how slow they're going. They're not going to be deadly. That's 17,000 miles an hour. Look how slow it's going.
You see the chunks flying out of there?
Yeah.
I guess even
Wow.
cloth
Hey.
at 17,000 miles an hour will fuck something up, huh?
What would
Oh,
you
yeah.
expect to see then?
What would you expect to see?
What do you mean?
What does
what
he
would you
expect
expect to
Still,
see?
you're still not answering it.
How does
so-
how does
Still
that
not
stuff
answer-
float
I
away
don't
in the
answer.
tank?
I don't answer
No, you're
trolls.
dodging.
Ed. I don't.
You're
I
How does
don't.
it? How,
No,
how does that
dodging.
stuff?
You're scared of my
Dodging.
question.
That's the troll. That's the
How-
troll.
how-
Ed,
Dodging.
Ed, we
How's all that
expect
dry
to
stuff float
see
away in the
some
tank? I don't-
damage to the ISS. Very bad damage. especially
Brandon,
with
bring my
debris.
Yeah, what do you think
Brandon,
that
bring
is?
my citation up real quick.
All right.
How's that dry stuff float away in the tank?
Well, see, that's how things work in a tank. If they're more buoyant than the water, then they float, and if they're less buoyant, then they sink.
But it didn't. It didn't look like that. It looked like it was just floating away dry. It didn't look like it was getting
Well,
wet.
who's to say the camera angle's not upside down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
25 million meteoroids. My bad.
And
Go ahead.
micro meteoroids. So how much is the percentage of meteoroids opposed to micro meteoroids?
Dude, they
Does
go
it
around the
matter?
Earth.
Meteoroid.
Listen, they
Yeah,
go
it
around the Earth
matters.
16 times a day. That's their claim. 16 times.
Yeah, it matters. If
16
it's like 10 meteoroids and other 25 million micrometeoroids,
Space is
yeah.
really
So
big,
what's the
man.
percentage?
The Earth
It's almost
is
zero.
very flat.
This is a good citation here, Ed. This kind of blows your bullshit out of the water. I gotta,
Oh, really? Wikipedia? That's interesting.
Okay, who cares? It's 25 million meteoroids, micrometeoroids, and
Right,
other
so we get-
space debris enter Earth's atmosphere each day, resulting in an estimated 15 tons of material entering the atmosphere each year.
Wow, that's cool.
That's
you
cool,
know,
man.
you know how small a bullet is, and yet, and when it travels nowhere near 17,000 miles an hour, it'll go through plate steel like a hot knife through butter. So if you clowns are trying to argue that the ISS just rolls around undamaged and unhindered by these
Yeah, if it would go through the
25,000 a day,
yeah.
That's why it's outside repairing it. It doesn't get. It does get damaged.
man, dude.
The speed, a micrometeorite speed is 11 kilometers a second.
Hey, sorry, I said 15 tons. I meant 15,000 tons, which it works out to 30 million pounds of meteoroids each year.
Yeah, is that compared to the
And
Earth?
keep in mind, they're moving at about.
And how
they're
much?
moving
How
at
much is
about
that compared
11
to the Earth's mass?
The Earth, we don't know
moving
the
at about
Earth's
11
mass.
Yes, we do.
what difference does it make? How it compares to the Earth's mass? For God's sake, what's that got to do with anything?
They're
I'm
moving
telling
at
you,
about
it's
11
like a very small amount. It's not that.
We're talking about like machine gun fire coming in from outer space, and you want to say, "Oh, well, how does that compare to the Earth's mass?" What difference does that make?
Just fine. It's not very much stuff, actually.
Yeah, no, but when you're out there in space and these things are coming at you at 11 kilometers a second, every second of your life is Russian roulette. You got your fingers crossed you're not going to die.
11 kilometers a second.
Amazing. You've been up there for how many years now, and nobody's died?
Yeah,
that's our
They're not fucking up there.
Ironic.
No, they are up there. Though. You can
Ironic.
see them up
Good
there.
work, Chill. You just crossed over to our side.
No, I did not. I'm just telling you that you guys are full of shit. This is your typical. You don't understand the scale of what you're talking about.
Wait a minute, you're using our argument against our argument.
Yeah, I'm using your argument against you.
No, it doesn't work.
Quiet. Hey,
Yeah, it does.
hey, pay NASA Shield. Why we haven't found space debris here on Earth yet?
We have.
I mean, they've been up there for a
space
while,
debris.
man.
Called,
we haven't.
we find space debris on Earth all the time. They're called meteorites.
Really?
Remember? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Where's this video of the ISS? What's a meteorite? I have not seen one.
But they never hit the ISS. They never hit
They do hit the
communication
ISS.
satellites. They never hit anything.
They do hit communication.
But they come to Earth. They come through and they burn up in the Earth's atmosphere. But they never hit anything while they're out there.
Sometimes they do hit something. I mean, what do you think they were? Why were they outside?
Just not the stuff. Just
Hey,
not the
Pete.
stuff that's inconvenient to your
Why were
argument.
they
That's all.
outside?
Hey, Pay, can I make you a T-shirt that has a NASA logo on it and it says "We imagine with us"?
No, we do. It's, you know, if you had any idea what you were talking about, I might listen to you, but you don't. So this is the argument of the day.
Supposedly,
Is the
hold on a
meteorites
second,
prove
NASA.
that we can't be
Hold
out
on,
there.
hey NASA, hold on. There's supposed to be something called the Whipple shield protecting the craft from the meteorites, but
Whipple.
yeah, the way that guy was cutting into it with his scuba knife didn't look like a Whipple shield to me.
You know what the name Whipple is associated with back in the 80s, right?
What?
Superchargers.
Mr. Whipple. It was for like a toilet paper.
Yeah, Fred Whipple.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's how thin that was.
Was that "Don't Squeeze the Charmin"?
I don't know if that was don't.
That guy?
Yeah. That's right. Yep. I was gonna say Charmin. I just couldn't remember if it was Charmin or not. Yep, that's him.
He dead now?
The original guy, I believe so. Yeah.
Is this the guy that has like a 200 and some IQ, or is that My Pillow dude?
That's probably
My Pillow dude is another idiot.
Another idiot.
Another idiot.
Look at the Whipple shield, Brandon. Look at the Whipple shield and tell me if it looks like anything like that guy was cutting through with a
Oh, wrong
scuba
one
knife.
though. George. Fred Whipple. George Whipple was the guy on TV.
Whipple shield.
Can you cut through it with a fucking scuba knife, or is it supposed to protect from meteorites?
No, it looks completely different than what we saw, but maybe that was like the covering for the Whipple shield?
No, I think
What
what you
exactly?
saw was in.
What
I think what
exactly
you
are
saw
you
was
going to put up?
insulation.
What exactly are you going to put up to shield against an object traveling at 11 kilometers a second?
I don't know.
What would
but
that be
man,
made of?
I don't know, but we need that for bulletproof vests.
Wouldn't it be
Exactly.
wouldn't it have to be traveling faster if everything's traveling at that speed?
Yeah, exactly, Travis.
It said relative.
Honestly,
It travels
shield,
11
you're-
kilometers a second. Relative. My bad. Go ahead.
Relative, yeah. Your rebuttal to this argument, Shill, anyone with an IQ above about 60 won't be buying what you're saying, right? Probability. The probability, the number of laps of the Earth, the number of laps of the Earth that this thing does every day, and all these little micro missiles coming at us every day, 24/7, 365. The chance of not getting hit and disappearing into space in a big pile of scrap metal is 0.
25 million
everything-
micrometeoroids.
I mean, the probability
Yeah.
of getting hit is almost 0.
25 million.
This guy.
Unbelievable.
Well, they do get hit. That's why they're outside trying to repair the
You can't be this
thing.
stupid. You can't be this stupid.
Oh yes, he can. Yes, he can.
No, I can't.
Yeah, definitely.
compared
Hey,
to
you should see
guys,
him
I'm
debate
stupid,
QE.
right?
You should have seen the video him debating QE.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh,
QE,
that was
I told you.
special. Independent
I told you
variable
QE won the
Pluto.
QE won the
Independent
pigeon
variable
chess
Pluto.
contest.
No,
No, it was
SE,
Uranus,
SE,
and it was a good
SE.
proof.
He QE had a citation, and Payne Master Shield said, "What building did it come
Yeah,
from?"
because you don't quote the university. You
Even
do not
worse.
say the University of Texas says something. I mean, I asked him
What
what
building did it come from?
It's correct.
Yeah,
You don't,
I
you
heard
quote
that
the
one. Yeah, yeah.
professor.
The
You quote
whole
It just
building
shows.
said
It just shows that he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's all.
If I can jump in here for a second, how's my mic?
What up,
Wow.
Brock? Yeah,
You
you're
sound
good.
good.
You're good.
You know, I hate to be on the side of Peyton Master Shield, y'all know that, but we need to pay our respects for someone who has 2 master's degrees and several other
Yeah,
degrees.
here's my heart. Here's my fanboy.
Obviously, he didn't take communication when he was in college for 10
Yeah,
years
fanboy.
because he interrupts every time someone's talking.
Only when
And
you
how
talk shit to
quickly
me.
did he Google the Whipple shield to
Yeah.
find out that Fred Whipple was the who it was named after?
Yeah, no,
The
yeah,
first
George
Google
Whipple.
search, brought up Fred, and that's the name he used. You're obviously just sitting at a computer, and as soon as the subject comes up, Googling it, and you're good at what you do. I agree. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, pay your respects. This guy has 2 master's degrees, and if you don't know how hard that is to get, you should try it sometime.
Well, thank you,
Hey, Payne
fanboy.
Master Shield, question. Hey, buddy.
I'll pay you some.
Stone,
I'll write you a check when I'm done here. By the way, thank you very
can I
much.
ask you a question, buddy, about quantum theory and stuff like that, and scientism? Why do they correlate that, or it's like adjacent with the cabal?
What?
You know what the cabal is?
The cabal.
The Kabbalah, you mean?
Yeah, it's not much difference, not much at all.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Oh wow.
Wait, let's look this up because here's the Kabbalah, right? You're talking about the pattern. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they use a lot of it. I'm about to post a video or here in a second.
Verse. What was it?
Yep.
Quantum.
Yeah, and string theory and all this stuff that they put in, and you see a lot of things matching up with the cabal.
See if we
Listen,
can find
string theory is absolute nonsense. They're saying there's one-dimensional objects.
Just because you don't, you're not
One-dimensional objects.
You're missing. In fact, you don't understand it doesn't mean it's false.
It's all mathematics, Jeremy. You don't understand.
I gotta change my name back.
Hey, watch that Paid NASA Shield. I'm a PhD. I'm gonna send you another one. PhD talks about the Big Bang and between the cabal.
You know the
One-dimensional object.
Yeah, just because
PhD, that's one step above masters, isn't it?
One big step, yeah.
One giant leap.
I was thinking that.
There you go, NASA. Just look into it.
One second. Hold on. We're supposed to, you know?
So yeah, NASA fakery is always fun. If anybody finds a NASA fakery video, which is all of them, so you can just Google that you think I should show.
I mean,
on
I
the
have
show,
a
let me know.
6-hour. I have a 6-hour compilation of it. If you ever want to have a fucking marathon.
I think we should do that. Maybe Friday. Let's just go through as much NASA fakery as we can.
But yeah, that would be fun.
Watch all the trolls just bombard us.
Yeah, Brandon, definitely look into that.
How come we're not on the latest? Hey, what who was the guy in here who asked about the landing videos on Mars? Why they didn't post them? Because they posted them now.
Yeah, I saw that shit. That was pretty good special effects. I liked it.
Okay, I just was asking. I mean, I figured that would be the answer, but yes, why they didn't post them, and the answer was, well, that they had to download it. How they gave it to you.
Right, because they don't want to use up too much bandwidth. You know, space is pretty
when it's trying to land on Mars, which is one of the, no, it's not necessarily that. It's just a very difficult thing to do to land on Mars.
No, I know. I'm just shitting with you. Your explanation's plausible as usual, for the most part, but still bullshit.
Well, actually, how is that, Brandon? Wait, Brandon, how is that? How's that been? Because as soon as they touch on Mars, they got a photo right then and there.
Yeah, they got a photo, but the people want to know why they weren't live streaming the descent.
Why they didn't take more photos?
Well, they actually have video of most of the descent now. It's posted. Look at it.
Yeah, it's all computer generated. I seen it.
Of course, I figured that'd be the answer. But
it does look computer generated. I think it's pretty bad as far as graphics go. They've done better work, but I don't think they're ready to fake the next moon mission at all. You know,
no, we would tear that shit to fucking pieces.
Yeah, they got to come up with something better. The CGI is too obvious at this point. They're not very good at the models. They can't get the stars right. It's just, it's a mess.
They'll just show the 1960s shit again, and people will still believe it.
Yeah, enough people would.
Hey, how do you not know that rover wasn't placed in Greenland?
It paid NASA show. How do you know that rover's on Mars?
I thought it was Devon Island.
Doesn't matter where it is. How do you know? How do you know it's on Mars?
You have to get your place straight on.
How do you know it's on Mars?
I mean, it's obviously CGI, right? I mean,
yes.
It's so obvious.
Well, it's not all CGI. You know, they're obviously using a model, and I'm sure they've got
that's when they switched to Devon Island, or is it Greenland?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been studying there. There's an article on it. They've been researching in Greenland, the Mars mission, quote unquote.
I gotcha.
No, it's pretty good stuff. I mean, if you're going to waste a bunch of money, they come up with a pretty compelling storyline, and there's plenty of people who are.
Yeah, 0.48% of the U.S. budget. Such a waste. I mean.
Yeah, but that has pretty big impact.
It is. If it's fake, it's a waste.
It has a pretty big impact on the psyche of the country, but you know,
right there, from some honornornews.com, whatever. NASA prepares Mars mission Greenland. Yeah, for 2021.
I thought they're on Devon Island. I thought it was.
Where is Devon Island?
I'm not exactly sure. That was something I heard.
Google it. Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
Sure, I will. Oh, let's see. Devon, D-E-V-O-N, isn't it?
Devon Island is by Greenland.
Yes.
It's by Greenland.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry. I thought it was somewhere in the Pacific. Okay.
Nope.
You thought it was in space? You thought it was in space?
Have you seen my thumbnail, NASA? The thumbnail I've got at the moment?
Let me see. No, let me go look at it.
What is it?
If you can make it bigger, you'll see rodents on Mars.
Rodents, huh? Neat.
Rodents, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Mushrooms, rodents, all kinds of things they're finding on Mars.
Fossils. Don't forget about the fossils.
Hey,
Did you
Did you see that video when they put in water and said this lake was billions of years old?
What? What's that? No.
Yeah, it's in their video it was on the news. I seen a clip on it, and they put a lake in it and said there used to be a lake here. It was a crater, quote unquote. There was a lake there billions and billions of years ago.
They love saying
Yep,
shit
they
like
found
that.
it.
They found water like how many times now? 20, 30 times? That's a good headline for them.
Dude, it's a whole lake though, dude.
This
Is there any footage of them building this overrated washing machine up there in outer space? Like, is there any footage of them putting on a solar panel or anything like that? Of them actually building this thing? Or did we just see it completed?
Oh, you're a little low, bandsaw. Sounds like you're a ways away from your microphone or something.
Brandon, Google duck on Mars real quick.
Duck on Mars. Okay, on screen I'm
duck
showing
on Mars.
the rodent supposedly on Mars, which I guess I could buy that's a rock that just happens to be shaped like the rodent.
Sure, this duck's a little harder to.
Yeah, I can see that too. But that's so strange. That looks too much like one though. That's so weird.
Hold on, they're trying. Yeah, they try to say that's a rock. That's obnoxiously ridiculous. That's a clear-cut rodent. But anyways, check the duck. This duck
That's
one's
a
little
living
harder.
thing. It's not a rock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Check the duck. The duck's gonna be a little harder.
What the fuck?
What is it, a gopher or something?
Is this a real image from
Yeah, it's like a little
Mars?
gopher or something.
Hold on, this says on Mars, 2 duck-like creatures found by Curiosity rover.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. What the fuck? How many fucking links do I have to open just to get the fucking picture? I hate this thing. Just give me the god dang picture. Oh man, hold on. Here we go. Here's a duck. This one's not as good, but
Oh god. Like that face.
Ed, quiet, Ed.
there we go.
Just a pile of rocks.
Pile of rocks, huh?
Yeah. Like that
Did the duck
face
move
that
and-
people saw on Mars for years.
See, that is
Just
a pile
some
of
rocks.
rocks. They do stuff like that so that when we do find something that's real, they can go, "Oh, well, see, we showed you a pile of rocks that looked like something."
Nobody was
What's the thing
Ed,
flying in the
you
air?
have been
If that's
talking this whole show.
Hold on. If
I
that's a
finally
pile
come
of
in and
rocks,
say something, and you talk all over me.
if that's a pile of rocks, what's
Fuck
the
me.
thing? What's the thing flying in the air? Is that a rock?
That's a duck.
Yeah, it's a duck, right?
Yeah, that's
All right, says so. At least the picture I'm looking at says a flying duck.
Yeah.
Did the duck waddle over and ask for some bread or something? I don't know.
I
Did it
don't
just
know
stand
what
there
it
like a
is.
rock?
I don't know what it is. I can't tell what it is by just looking at it, but it shouldn't be something just floating in the air. Is aliens paid? It's aliens, huh?
It's a
there's
digital
storms
artifact.
on Mars.
And that
Yeah,
rover is just fine. It's not getting damaged and smashed by those storms.
By these giant flying rocks, duck rocks.
How do you know how far away that is, actually?
The duck
I
rock?
see, you don't. No, you
It's
don't
not
know
really-
how far away it is.
It's not really the
You want to
fact
know
of
how far away
it
the
is.
duck rock is?
The thing in the air, right? How far away
Yeah.
is that?
Why does that
Or
matter? How far away the
if
duck rock is?
It doesn't matter. There shouldn't be anything in the air on Mars. Like, what the fuck?
What did I just say, Base? There are storms on Mars.
That make fucking flying duck rocks shoot up.
1% of Earth's atmosphere, or
Where's
whatever they
where's
say.
this flying
it is,
duck
and-
rock? And again, how do you know how far away it is? You're just
Brandon,
saying stuff.
What does it matter how far away it is?
Hey, Brandon, you should put your hand right there, throwing that right at this drone, this thing right here, getting ready to break it.
The rock?
Yeah, the rock, throwing it at it. Why does it not break it? They don't get. You said storms, man. That's crazy. This stuff works perfectly fine up there.
What do you mean?
You never seen rocks shaped oddly on Earth?
Yeah, sure looks like a fucking duck. You gotta admit that.
Yeah. Did it move or did it just stand there like a rock? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, Pay, do you think that rock's coming at the rover?
I don't know. Is it moving, or did they come over and bake for bread? Did the
Well, the mushrooms that they filmed were not there one day, and they were there the next day. There's a guy who's actually like trying to get them to take him seriously because he honestly thinks these pictures have been taken on Mars. So he's up in arms going, you guys have got to look at this. Oh my God, there's mushrooms growing on Mars. And they're all telling him, shh, shh, you can't talk about this because they know it's bullshit.
Can you show a link for that story?
Yeah, I want to see that too because it could be
The mushroom thing was excellent. Yeah, I
I'll
think
see
the
if
guy.
I can. I'm playing a game at the moment. I can't.
Do you think they would fake that kid and leave artifacts like that in it if it wasn't real? I mean,
They miss stuff sometimes. Left lane. Brandon, you should bring up the. You ever see the guy in the USMC T-shirt when he pulls the wire?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was one of the best ones.
Yeah, he's seen it. You've seen it.
Oh, all right.
I'm sure he has.
Save it for Friday.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Hey,
I know what
Paige,
you're
I'm just
talking about.
curious.
Yeah, on ISS. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's clear cut.
Yeah.
What's your gaming name?
It depends what I'm playing, but autodidactic on the game I'm on at the moment.
Okay.
Hey Paige, you know what I thought your
Pages
icon
of
was?
Pain. What?
Your icon with the rainbow in it. You remember that old show Elf?
What?
Remember that show Elf?
Alf, yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
Elf standing on the bottom there underneath that rainbow.
Oh, with the little pyramid hair thing that he's got on top, that little curly, sticky up bit of hair.
Yeah, until I looked at it
Alf.
closely.
Shouts out to Alf.
Yeah, good old Elf. I could use an
Shouts
elf
out to
around
the-
here to eat these cats.
Shouts out to the ISS dodging space debris.
25 million of them.
Yep, 30 million.
Do you play
pounds.
DayZ, Travis?
25
It's
million
like
what?
living in a blast furnace, right? I mean, it's like
25
having
25 million pieces of
What'd you
debris
say,
it's
Paige?
dodging every.
How large are those pieces, Jeremy?
Do you play? Is that why you're
It
asking
doesn't
about
matter
the
how.
game?
It doesn't matter
No?
how large they are, but
Yeah, it matters.
how does it matter how large they are when they're going?
It
faster than
matters
sound?
what side of the
It
Earth
matters.
they hit as well.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
It's
going
just still
faster
one
than
half
the speed
MV
of sound.
squared, MV.
It's going fast. It's
You have
going
a lot of
faster.
Going
speed
at
at
10
no
kilometers a second.
Right, so that means they're gonna burn up in the atmosphere. So
Yeah,
again,
but they're gonna hit the ISS before they burn up in the atmosphere.
how do you
no?
know that? What
Okay,
side? What
Ed.
side of the Earth were they on?
Ed. So why do they claim their space debris if it burns up? Why claim that at all?
What if it
Why
goes
cla-
towards Earth? Then it burns up in the atmosphere.
Who says it all goes
If
towards
it
Earth?
goes fast enough.
Who says it all goes towards Earth?
I don't know. I don't.
Gotcha.
No, you
The
don't.
Earth
What?
is
I'm just playing,
very
guys.
flat.
All right,
It
guys.
doesn't like when he said burn up. It doesn't like its mass doesn't disappear. It just gets very very small. Kind of like really fine sand, atomizes.
Yeah. You guys come
You
up.
think it just like disappears or something? Just because it gets
No, that's what
smaller?
Ed says. He says it burns up.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it burns
Travis-
up, meaning it doesn't. But it's still
So the-
its mass is still there.
That's why I asked how large these things were.
It doesn't matter if they're going at a certain speed, dude. Do you want to get hit by one?
Yes, it does.
Would you-
Of
would you
course,
wanna get
it
hit by
matters how fast they're going.
There's
Yeah.
been one person in recorded history actually hit by a meteorite.
Yeah, it's better
No,
if they go
not just that.
fast. Look, it's better if they go really fast, so they burn up in the atmosphere. Otherwise, they have a chance of staying the size they are and hitting you in the head.
Do they burn up in the atmosphere before they hit the ISS area or after when they get closer to Earth?
What side of the Earth are they hitting?
He doesn't even realize what he's saying.
What side of the Earth?
Doesn't realize
You realize what
Yeah.
he's saying, Montreal. You're trying to take what he says out of context again, like a typical flurf.
Flurf.
He loves
He
that word.
thinks the debris falls right away. That's what he's saying. He has no clue
kinda
what
like
he is
it.
saying.
No,
I
you
kinda
know what
like
he's saying. You
flurf.
don't know what he's saying.
I
But
never said all space debris falls towards Earth. That's ridiculous.
I flirted your mom
Paige
last
did.
night.
I think Paige did. Paige said that, yeah, we find space debris all the time.
Good one, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Even the spaceship. What do you think that guy was out doing?
Right? We find space debris on Earth all the time, right, Paige?
They're called meteorites.
Yeah.
They actually were quite rare. But...
The point is, it doesn't matter what side of Earth. They're falling all over the place on all sides of Earth. Second of all, they're not burning up in Earth's atmosphere until after they get by the ISS, obviously. So both your points are retarded.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good thing that the Earth is really, really big, and the space ISS is a really, really small thing comparatively. But
hey, would you agree that we got you?
no, you don't have shit. You don't understand scale again. It's the typical problem.
Scale.
Space debris has to do with scale. Yeah, that's the
correct.
logic. That's the guy you're talking with. This is the man.
If you understood what I was saying, you wouldn't. But you don't understand because
you don't understand. Damn it! I'm changing my name back next show.
Dang it! I'm just playing.
Well, that's good, guys. You don't have to worry about bullets anymore because they're really little. So
yeah,
you know, we understand scale now. A bullet can't hurt you because it's really little.
Yeah, if it's aimed right at you.
Fuck you, an idiot.
How many times you been hit by bullets, Paige?
Trouble is, Paige, your
the
scales
traveling
and
all over the
imperial,
place
not
all the time.
metrics.
How
That's
many
your
times you been hit
trouble,
by
mate.
a bullet?
Get with the times.
Well, if we're in that area, a certain
that's what
area-
I'm doing wrong.
Hey, you gotta use the logic, dude. They're going 16 times around the Earth in 24 hours, dude.
Correct.
That's fast.
Isn't it like 9 times the speed of a bullet, or 19 times
Yeah, something like that.
the
Something
speed of
like
a bullet?
that. Dude.
So if a bullet, a tiny little bullet, NASA, can
It would be bad. If they hit a bullet, that would be
puncture
bad,
you.
yes.
Well, these little bits of rock that are, you know, probably no bigger than a bullet, some of them, are going 9 times faster than that.
Oh, really? Because Space NASA Shield clearly said they get atomized. So that's not the size of a bullet.
Well, some of them obviously don't, Ed, because one went through and
Atomized.
made a hole.
Sorry,
Well,
when do they
how-
get
got a hole in the ISS
Every
then?
once in a while, something hits the space station. That's what they're
Well,
outside.
at least you're honest enough to say that, NASA.
You
Yeah,
get atomized
every now
in
and
the
again they do
atmosphere
admit
after
something.
the space station. You are correct, Jeremy.
They don't get
And
atomized until after they pass the space station.
That's correct, but not everything is not all 25 tons is aimed right at the space station.
Why are we even talking about them getting atomized?
Because
who
what you
knows?
don't realize is that not all 25
we're
tons
living
is
in
aimed directly
Narnia
at the space
talking
station.
about
Jeremy, your mic is messed
You're
up.
on.
Jeremy, your mic is messing up. Your mic is messing up, bud.
Well, you think that all 15 tons per day is aimed right at the space shuttle?
It's because
or
I was
space
screaming.
station?
Am I good now?
15,000 tons a year.
Yeah, that's all aimed right at the space shuttle, space station.
Yo,
You only need one
now?
the size of a bullet. One bit.
My mic.
Yeah, you're
my mic okay?
you're good now, Jeremy.
It's because I was
not
screaming.
Just that, dude. That's not just the rocks, dude. It's the space debris in general. You know, they got broken satellites, so-called,
Yeah,
all
that's a
this
problem.
extra
It
stuff.
is a known problem.
Yeah, but yet
Then
they
why
don't.
doesn't it cause any problems?
It does. That's what outside fixing.
That's why
like,
they have
is that
duct
what-
tape, Paige. Come on now.
And that's why they stuck their thumb in the hole.
No, not in the
Yes.
hole, over the hole.
Right.
Over the hole.
It was a 2 millimeter hole. Your thumb doesn't go in a 2 millimeter
Yeah, get it
hole.
right. It didn't go in the
It's
hole.
also it's also
Oh,
it's
you
also
just put it
pretty
over the
weird that
top
hold
of
on
the
guys.
hole.
That's what she
Guys,
said.
hold on a
Oh,
second. It's
God
also
damn.
pretty weird that
Me.
it's also pretty weird that when that astronaut posted a picture of it on his Twitter feed, he used a whole
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, from the CD of that band.
Yeah, you know, it's
Yeah, the
funny.
picture.
Glober. Here's the funny thing. Globers are turn around and try to say the Christian album, the band, stole that image from the ISS now. That's the new claim.
No.
That's the
What's
new
this?
claim.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
me.
but then he said, "Oh, I just used that as an example. I didn't have a picture of the user."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one is it?
Well, they
Oh.
came out before that happened. So
Yeah, I
don't know how
think that album was from the 80s, wasn't it?
No, I think it came out 2014.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know. I think could
I
be
checked
wrong.
them out. I like their music. They sounded good.
Well, hey
So are you
guys,
doing the
it's
final
about
thoughts?
it's about 8. What's that, Jeremy?
You're doing final thoughts? I gotta
Yeah.
call. Let me do mine real quick.
Go ahead.
All right, listen. Everyone that has a computer running, use Brandon's link, get this crypto tab program, and you'll earn some free Bitcoins and support the show. Please, guys, we can all get paid in Flat Earth full time. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Let's see. We'll start back off at the top. Bandsaw.
Hey. Yeah, good show, mate. Good show.
Thanks, Bandsaw. And next is Brian Leakey. Brian's been quiet. You there, Brian? No? Brian Mabbott. No Brian's tonight. Chad.
What's happening?
What's up?
I hear some music.
That's Brian Mabbott.
You hear that?
A bit of a tinkle on the
This is
ivory
my-
intro.
I thought I was twirling a jack in a box. Yeah, Brandon, good show, man. Thanks.
Thanks, Chad. What's up, Brian? You got your own intro music now?
I just clicked on a bloody YouTube video. That was the intro to it. As I opened my mic.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, I haven't. I've just been popping in and out of all different rooms. So yeah. What amazes me, these ballers, they have not sort of opened their minds to one piece of evidence. Absolutely everything we say to them, they close their minds to it. And that to me is either complete ignorance or they're paid to push this rhetoric that's been forced upon us. It's got to be one or the other.
Could be both. I agree, Brian. Thank you.
Be both, yeah.
Don Gio.
Thanks for having me on. I got on here late though. Appreciate the end of it though. That was nice. Just want to say forgive, overcome, seek the strength from within. Hey Ed, I don't hate you, man.
God damn it, Don.
You're up next, Ed.
All right. The Earth is not flat, and as always, you guys haven't presented any evidence whatsoever. All we've heard is cool stories from Travis, but that's all. Thanks.
Thanks, Ed. Travis.
Well, at least they're cool. So, you know. Yeah, as always, great show, Brandon. The science of refraction in regards to the phenomena that are observed over distance, primarily aquatic, but also terrestrial. That science is, in my opinion, now a wide open field because the questions that I have, based on what I've observed and researched, the questions that I have not been addressed. So to me, that opens the field up for opportunity for any one of us to start that venture. Now, I'd love to be a part of it. Anybody out there, if you have connections anywhere with anyone who can grant a hearing for publication or even just a friendly discussion, try to build those bridges and bring those contacts our way so that we can take those steps. Thanks.
Thank you, Travis. Good presentation today. Appreciate it. Jimbo. No, left lane.
Yeah, it was a good presentation there, Travis. Good detailed. But the mirage obstructing things from the bottom and stuff. Yet, agree with that. But you can't take what's known and what's unknown about refraction and put them together and accommodate 3,000 foot of mountain obstruction due to curvature. Thanks, y'all. Have a good evening.
Thanks, left lane. Matrix Media. Oh, it must have stepped away. Paige.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brandon. All I want to say is, Ed said we don't provide any evidence, but the problem is they have taken vertical and changed it to a radial. They use them interchangeably. you can't take something that is a fundamental elementary position in geometry and change it to suit a belief you have, and then just sit here and say, oh, you've provided no evidence. You know, it's getting ridiculous. So learn geometry and then come back and talk to us.
Thanks, Paige.
Hey, a shout out real quick to Conspiracy Music Guru's video, Not Enough Evidence.
I'll have to check that out again. Rakia. Science proves things. Jeremy. Oh, he already did his. Essie.
Yes, sir, Brian. Brandon. Sorry, bro.
No problem.
Another good show, as usual. The ISS thing, yeah, very intriguing. If an object, let's say the size of a baseball, were to hit the ISS traveling at 17,500 miles an hour, the kinetic energy is unimaginable what would happen. But it's a miracle it's been up there all these years and nothing. So far as nothing, just grains of dust have hit it. Wow, I'd say that's sheer luck. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Essie. And the real Bob Dole. No? Okay. Well, thanks, guys. My final thoughts. Appreciate the panel for coming on tonight. Good stuff, as always. Good discussion. And if you find any NASA fakery, put it in a folder. Because I think we're going to try on Friday to have a NASA fakery marathon. So something to look forward to there. And let's see what else. I will record the after show today, so I'll be back in a minute. But first, I wanted to shout out the channel members because I haven't done that in a while, if ever. 787 Gen X, Whale, Godzilla 37, shout out Shrimp, Brian Leakey, Super Flurf, P Mantis, Earth Circus, Headed 1949, Logan's Run, and Helvetica Bold. Thank you guys very much for being channel members. And I'll be back in the Discord. So thanks, guys. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good show. Hope you have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see you later.